All right. What's good? What's good? Fight week, fight week, fight week. We got fight week going on. What's going on, man? Oh, yeah. We got fight work. We got fight week coming on. Fight week and foolishness. Fight week and foolishness. Valley in the building. What's going on? How you feeling? How you feeling? How you feeling? Hope you well, Valley. Paul Allen in the building said he would have to be number one to beat the face of boxing, whose resume has fallen Hall of Famers, whose record is more impressive than Crawford and Spence combined. Okay, I don't know who you're talking about. Cadillac 634 in the dough. Yes, sir. Good morning, Fanon. 5 days to go, then violence. Yes, sir. In a fight that doesn't have a lot of buzz around it. Doesn't have a lot of buzz around these quarters, at least around these quarters. You know what I mean? There may very well be. I think I may go buy a Canelo. I'm rooting for Jermell. But somebody said the average is minus 340. My guy, all things in the building. What's going on? Ray Patterson. Hey, Nicole, how are you? Good morning. HMC3 in the building. What's good? What's goody? What's goody? What's goody? What's goody? What's goody? What's goody? What's good? I got to charge my phone. Give me a second. Sorry about that. Sorry about that. Sorry about that. So where was I? Where was I? Saying hey to everybody. Cadillac 634 in the dough. All things. Good morning, Ray Patterson. HMC3. Vive Ferreira. Yeah, please smash that like button. Hey, welcome back to the chat. Ariana is back in the building. Let's give Ariana, give me 1 second though. I got to do something. I got to give Ariana a wrench so that Ariana does not get blocked again because somebody clipped Ariana. Here we go. Here we go. What's going on, Love Down? Gaither? I got to find Ariana and I'll say what's up to you. All right. Okay. Here you go, Ariana. So we make sure you do not get put out again. Because you know how people like to do, how they like to do it. They like to throw people out of here. Mike, what's going on, Barbara? Barbara D's sister, good morning. Ebenezer Scrooge. He has to beat Bud if he beats Canelo. Bud called him out flagrantly for a while. He don't got to fight him. What do you mean? Why does he have to fight him? Because he called him out flagrantly. Why? I would like, and again, man, look, man. I appreciate you leaving your comments. I am on tea this morning and not coffee. So I'm going to be in a nicer mood. But here's the StreamYard link so you can explain that to me. I would love to understand. He has to beat Bud if he beats Canelo. Why? If he beats Canelo, he's already beaten Canelo. Why does he got to beat Bud? They're not in the same weight class. And just because you get somebody calls you out doesn't mean you're not number one. I don't know about that standard you have there. It's very inconsistent. I'd like to understand, though. Wow, this Earl Grey tea. This Earl Grey tea got a kick of caffeine in it, man. Earl Grey tea actually hits me harder than coffee does. It's weird. It's weird. What's going on, Mike Kirkland? Barbara D. Bonos Fuego. What up? Ray Patterson in the building. Oops. Ronnie Shid. What's up? John Henry. What's going on, my guy? What's going on? Badur said, be more present. Yes, sir, more. Yes, sir, be more in the building. All things, I kind of want to see Nello get dropped for the first time, though. Too much. I don't think that's too much to ask, man. Look, man, I'm riding with my guy. What's going on, T. Orlando? Ask after Errol Spence Jr. cashed himself out when he knew he was weight drained. I will never bet on boxing again. Hey, dude, I don't know why you didn't listen to me the first time. Thank you, sir. Thank you, Mike Kirkland. Dog, that support is huge. Thank you. It's really appreciated. Trust you, me. Because I understand you guys be supporting this channel, man, and it ain't always easy, man, over the course of the year. So thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. I am still, though, hoping to see my guy Stone Alone. Seems like Stone Alone went away, is taking a break from boxing for a little while. I got to get a mailing list for y'all, man. I got to get a mailing list together. Rocco McBride, what's up, man? Good to see you, man. I hope you're doing well. Hope your fighters are doing well. Skills from New Orleans said Bud is not giving Jerron an opportunity, so why should Canelo or Mel give him one? Look, here's the thing, man. Jermell Charlo beats Canelo Alvarez. He's going to be the number one pound-for-pound fighter in the world. You have to. You have to give it to him based off accomplishments. Based off accomplishments. You got to. You have to. You got to. You got to say it. You got to do it. Richard Parrish, what's up, man? What's up, Richard Parrish? You got to do it. I don't know if I'll do it, but if the accomplishments for the accomplishment people, any word on you? No, man, I said what's up to him. I didn't hear back. I text John Bowie maybe 4 or 5 days, and he ain't text back. Text him again. I texted him on Sunday. Actually, I texted him yesterday. Check in on him because I hadn't seen him. I don't know. I ain't seen him in a long time. Oh, yeah, I'm getting real excited. Yeah, man, we miss John Bowie, man. John Bowie is funny, man. Hold on a second. It's Slew family. What's going on, man? What's going on? Donald, the 68-year-old G Grant, what's going on? Once we get about 200 people on here, we'll do it. Oh, I didn't click there. Here's the link. I put the link in, but I didn't give it to you. Click that link, man. Let me know. What do you mean? Why does he have to? I don't get why Jermell has to fight Canelo. Why Canelo has to fight Terence. Or Jermell has to fight Terence. Don't you got to be in the weight class? Skills from New Orleans said Bud wants undisputed via one and done. He wants a shortcut to fight one individual. He's been blessed. Time to bless others. I mean, dude, for real. Like, you don't have to do it. He doesn't. There's nothing saying they have to do that. The guys at 147, they're at 168. They don't have to bend over for somebody at 147. You know? Explain it to me why they have to. And then you can enlighten me. I'd be very interested to see. Now, is it a fight that a lot of people would want to see? Yes, I do believe that. I believe that it is a fight that a lot of people would want to see. You know what I mean? Without a doubt, I think it's a fight that a lot of people would want to see. But why do they have to do it? They don't. And I mean that, dog. Canelo Charlo provides the atmosphere only big fights can produce. That's right. For the show. Oh, hold on one second, man. My guy. I need him and Kamal. I don't usually sweat people coming back to the channel. But dog, come on, Kamal. I know Kamal out there, man. Hold on one second. though. Let me get this. Thank you for somebody supported in the Cash App. Thank you. For the big $5 holla. My guy, what's going on? Black Parent said, paying the bills. Thank you, sir. Yeah, you are. Thank you, brother, for your support, man. Thank you, Black Parent. Yeah, Kamal's really good, man. I think I pissed Kamal off, so kind of didn't go, Anyway, I've been sending Kamal emails, and Kamal's not responding. If I see Kamal Oz on a panel, I'm gonna jump on the panel. I saw him on Manager Marty's panel, so I'm telling you, Kamal. If I go to Manager Marty's panel and I see you on that, I'm going to jump on and I'm going to apologize to you on the panel. Come on, Kamal. Let's not, you know how it goes, man. You know I ain't right in the mind, bro. You can't hold it against me, man. Damn, come on. Yeah, come on. Blackballing me, man. When he's such a valuable part of the channel. Come on, man. You come right today with the mainstream media, with the corporate media. Did you see how the corporate media is doing the PBC once again? Have you guys not seen this? How the corporate media is doing us dirty again? Oh my God. Or doing them dirty, because it's not me. They're doing us dirty by doing the PBC dirty again. Corporate media is absolutely positively out to get the PBC, and they are working in a coordinated effort to drag their name down. But the problem is for these guys that they can't even be original anymore. They are literally doing it through things that have been debunked 1,000 times. Hey, come on. If you come on, I'll sponsor you. Oh, that's big. T. Orlando got all kind of dough. You know T. Orlando coming off some, T. Orlando supporting, man. That's big. Well, he always supports. T. Orlando's a big supporter. 2 Cent Boxing in the building. What's going on, sister? How you feeling? But look, I'm curious, man. I'm curious. Kamal should definitely be on your Sunday show for now. I want him to be. He don't want to take the spot. I think he may go to church, man. I think Kamal may go to church. But if you see Kamal Oz anywhere, say Fanon looking for you hard, looking for you heavy. Abur said, bro, Bud is good, but not that good. If he see Tank in any weight, he'll be beat him more. Him in the future, hands down. Nah, he's too little, bro. I ain't gonna go there, bro. Tank too little for Tank. Tank is too little for Terence Crawford. You know what I mean? Hey, I got a little cash. He said, I got a little extra cash, took 500 off some casuals who bet on Colorado. Hey, man. What is you're gonna get me watching Patrick Bell in the building, and you about to get wrenched up. Patrick Bell, you about to get wrenched up. Whoever did that I think that was King that did that, dog. That was King that got you, bro. Had to have been. Who would have got rid of Patrick Bell, bro? I don't know. You got to get that wrench back. There you go. Bingo. You are wrenched up. Thank you, brother, for that support, man. There's no way anyone thought Colorado would beat Oregon. Hold on. I don't pay any attention to college football. So I know, though, that what's his face is what's that man's name? Deion Sanders is not with Oregon. I doubt very much he's actually coaching Oregon, right? You have Colorado and you got Colorado State. Deion's with Colorado. And didn't Colorado just lose a big game? Somebody bet that Colorado was going to beat Oregon. And then they got whipped. Oh, man, anytime, bro. So who won the game? Colorado lost, right? To Oregon? You got to wait. I'm trying to tell you, man, you better wait for a little while. Deion Sanders is going to have a whip, bro. He's going to get a national championship out of that if he plays his cards right. They lost against Oregon. Yeah. And then they say they won for us. Yeah, dog. Keep doing it, Coach Deion. Get all the black people to want to play for you. Get all the black people wanting to play for you, and you're going to do very, very well. You get them big Louisiana boys and them Texas boys. I give him 2 or 3 years. Yeah, you got to give him 2 or 3 recruiting classes. If he's got good recruiters, I mean, as long as they can identify him and Deion Sanders wants to go out and recruit him, yeah, dog, y'all going to be in a lot of trouble, bro. Yeah, and I hope he does well, seriously. I hope he does well. I hope he does well. Who was the us they was talking about? Us was, you know who they were. Dog, I can't say it because seriously, All of my live streams are getting demonetized. All of them. Like every day they get demonetized. So I'm running an experiment today where I don't cuss at all, where I don't speak about anything. I don't speak about anything controversial at all. I don't know. YouTube is like really, really pressing me on this stuff, not on the other stuff, but on this stuff. No, let's not. Because, Kamal doesn't appreciate that. That's why I wanted to stop the conversation. Kamal wanted, and I was like, man, I said it, but I want to do it for a second. But then boom, boom. Deion is doing it. Yeah. Oh, let's talk about, let's not. Let's not even say that whole word. You black people are all of you BLACK people are on your own. Don't go asking me what y'all should do to make your lives better. Don't go ask me what I think about none of these things in these elections. They'll win until the weather turns cold in Colorado. Oh, man, don't worry. But no, man, they be good. Man, all they got to get is Florida kids and Texas kids. Anyway, man, here's the link, though. Come on, man. Somebody talk to me about it, though. So, I think Jermell Charlo very well may be one of the best. He's going to lock, if he can beat Canelo Alvarez, he's a lock on the Hall of Fame. And he has to be the most accomplished fighter. I think he's the most accomplished fighter in boxing if he wins this fight. Without a doubt, I think he is. I think he does. I think he becomes that. And Louisiana, yeah, you got to get them Southern boys. Louisiana, too. You got that right. Why do you think people aren't talking about this fight as much? Because we're not mad at each other about it. We're not really mad at each other about it. I think there's a lot of people that are very mad about the people that really, I don't think Jermell Charlo gets people angry because we're not talking about him a lot. So a lot of the trolls and stuff don't really have any reason to talk about him. They're still over there mad. They're still over there mad that the trolls are still mad and excited because Terence Crawford won. So I think their attention is primarily on that. Then there's a big conversation going on about the enhancements of Canelo Alvarez, of Terence Crawford, which, I refuse to take part in. But, yeah, I just don't think, man. I don't think there's a lot of, I just think a lot of people are going to watch it. That's what I think. I just think a lot of people are going to watch it. There's not a lot of animosity. There's not a lot of animosity between the two. Mel, criminally underrated. He already captured 4 belts in a 4-belt era, plus fought the best competition available in 154. Yeah, that's why I like him. I like a lot about what he's. I like a lot what he's fought, what he's done as a fighter. He's a terrific fighter. Wait, man, you guys are killing. What's going on, Coach Ari? I don't know if I said what's up to Coach Ari. What's going on, Coach Ari? Yeah, that's what I mean. It's just not a lot of buzz for it, but people are going to watch the fight. A lot of people are going to watch the fight. I think it's also a scenario that a lot of these people who really don't like the PBC, they like Canelo, so they don't really count Canelo as a PBC fighter, although he's PBC through and through right about now. I don't think that there's a real reason to hate on it. Like the pay-per-views are going to do well. They won't say anything. Oh, he's blocked. Here for Boxing, he's blocked. For sure. I had to get rid of him for my own happiness. I didn't really care for dude. Notice I still let King jump up here just in case I decide to change my mind. Because he is a killjoy, but, Here for Boxing is a pure hater of me. He just hates on me, period. You know what I mean? He just hates. So, nah, dog, I'm not going to do too much of him. Unless, he gets another name and he wants to jump. Actually, Here for Boxing can always click the link. He just can't talk. Excuse me. Here for Boxing, you can always click the link. It's right there. I'm sorry. Here for Boxing is link only. He's link only. I'm not giving him. Virgil Williams said, good morning, Fanon. Ready for you to bring that heat today. Best show on YouTube. Keep cooking, brother. Go, Charlo. Yes, sir. Thank you, brother. Upper Echelon said he hates your success because he's doing it for free. Hey, man. He said he ain't doing it for free. Thank you, Virgil Wembley. Thank you, brother. He said he ain't doing it for free. Yes, he said he ain't doing it for free. So he's getting paid. But, hey, look, man, here for boxing. If you're here, click the link. And any of you guys that have a problem with it. I was here for boxing first target. No. I was his first target. Believe it. Ralph the One's going on, man. He said, here for boxing hates the whole platform. Here for boxing is a hater. He's just a hater, generally a negative person. Generally speaking, or specifically speaking, he's just a negative person. Yeah, you ain't getting paid well on Twitter. Only I don't understand people. I don't understand Twitter. Personally, I don't understand it. I'm not all that into Twitter. Like I'm in it. I like Twitter because Twitter is just I can say something because it's on my mind and I can just say it and there you go. You know what I mean? It's easy. It's kind of for dummies. Twitter is like YouTube for dummies. Even though a lot of those people aren't dummies, but I'm sure they make their money somehow. I don't know. T. Orlando, you were collateral damage. He was coming for Fanon. Yeah, he is. Of course he is. Because he told me he was going to body me. That's what he said. And I wouldn't stop beating him up. You know how it goes. You ever, like if you ever seen somebody who's like, you start a fight with the wrong person and they won't stop beating you up? He thinks I'm stupid. He thinks as soon as if I beat him one way with him being aggressive, then he'll just switch his tactics and try to be nice. So he tried to be nice, and then I wouldn't be nice. Once you've already announced what your goal is to cause me harm, you're not going to then be able to switch it up and play nice. What do I look like, an idiot? The first thing you do is you walk in the room calling me all kind of names and insulting me. And you think some way that once I start insulting you back, and you realize, oh, I can't get him this way. Oh, I can't get him this way. Oh, well, let me be the nice guy. Let me be the nice guy. And you try to be the nice guy, and I start acting for a second like, okay, I can play the nice guy too. But then I will quickly revert to frying you because you're not honest. Sean Breezy, how do you feel about this fight, Fanon? Do you think Charlo can pull it off? Yes, I do. I favor Canelo, but I think he can pull it off. Yes, I do. I am looking forward to a good fight. Yeah, he did. Yes, Sean Breezy. I think he can win the fight. I think it's going to be an uphill battle for him to win the fight. On the scorecards, it's going to be an uphill battle. But it really depends on where Canelo Alvarez is. I think Canelo Alvarez is well past his prime, and I think mentally he's past it. And there may be some doubts in him as well. And I think that unlike Canelo, other than the injury, other than like the hand injury, I think Jermell Charlo's in a really good place. That's what I think. Oh, Jerry Shapiro said came up in here chewing gum like a teenage girl. Yeah, he started off real bad. He started off real bad with that chomping on that gum. Like you're just gonna literally got her like this. No, you're gonna disrespect everybody by trying to make us look into your mouth. What kind of, you know what I mean? He said, let's party in my Canelo Alvarez voice. That guy, the guy that fought Zepeda Saturday, he's really good. Yeah, are you talking about Richardson Hitchens? Yeah, Richardson Hitchens looked really good in that fight. However, he's kind of, a man popping gum. Yeah, it was a man popping gum. Like that, looking at me like this. Like, look, dude, you got all kind of panties showing. You got all kind of panties showing. Pull down your skirt. You know what I'm saying? Pull that skirt down over your knees. Stop acting like that. I think Charlo and Canelo going to be the best of the year, hands down. Oh, it could be a great fight. See, that's another aspect of it. That's another aspect of it. Absolutely, it could be just be a great fight. It can be just a great fight. Oh man, no, he's got it. Yeah, dog. No, yeah, dog. He got it. They were showing when you come out there popping that gum. Richard Hitchens reminds me of Devin Haney, the last fight, no killer instinct. I think he's got more pop in his punch than Devin Haney does. I think he's got more pop, but he does remind me of Devin Haney. But I think he's a very good fighter, man. I think Richardson Hitchens is a good fighter, really, really good fighter. I like him. What's going on to Expensive Paper? Bomb Squad, man. When is your boy gonna get back in the ring, man? Bomb Squad got all that money, man. Bomb Squad got all that money. He's in that gym doing that working. Yeah, he was hurting Zepeda, but man, go try to get him out of there, man. Try to get him out of there, man. Stop him. Make everybody a little more excited. You know what I mean? Bring that excitement. Bring that excitement to the table is what I need to hear. I need some of that. I need some of that good old-fashioned excitement. Marquis in the building says, salute for the daily content. Thank you, brother. You know what it is. Thank you, Marquis. Thank you, sir. What do you think about Truck from out of Coach Calvin's camp? I like Truck Simpson. I didn't get to see that last fight, but I think the one that he lost, that close decision. I like Truck Simpson, and I think he's a good kid. He's a hard worker. Just keep your head up and keep fighting. You know, keep your head up and keep fighting. I like him. I root for Truck Simpson. But you know, he's a young kid. He's a young guy early in his fight, early in his career. So it's good that he has Coach Calvin and Coach Kenny around him because he's going to get more fights. It's unfortunate that another young fighter with only one fight. I haven't seen him get the light of day since he lost, and that's Money Pal III. So you know, at least he has a trainer that he can work with. Yeah, I definitely like him. Truck don't fight enough. I mean, I can't speak on it. I don't know how often he fights. Carlos Bless said, Charlo trash. Why talk about him? I mean, you're trash. Why should I read your comments? Why should I read your comments? How's an undisputed champion trash is what I'd like to understand. Some of you guys just say anything for attention, huh? Jermell Charlo is trash. Like, how? Yeah, pretty much, man. See you later, man. See you, Carlos Best. See you, sir. I think Jermell Charlo is definitely a top 5 pound-for-pound fighter right at this second. Ernie V, what do you think of Richardson Hitchens, Fanon? Very talented, extremely good fighter. I think I would like for him to be a little bit more aggressive. But other than that, I like him a lot. I think he's a very good fighter. I'm glad that hopefully he'll be more active. I know that he was with Mayweather Promotions before, and he wasn't getting a lot of fights. But I think hopefully it'll be a good fight. He'll be very, very active. I'll tell you, man, one of the fights that I'm really looking forward to this weekend. One I'm really looking forward to is I'm looking forward to the fight with Carmel Moten. Coach Ari in the building. Thank you, sister. What is this? Coach Ari said, I'm going to get on here for 5 seconds. Please do. Much love, Coach Ari. Thank you for that support, Coach Ari. Appreciate you. Yeah, jump on. Fanon, who's the next opponent for Tank Davis in your opinion? I'm leaning towards Vasily Lomachenko. Coach Ari, how are you, sister?
Hello. How are you?
I am well. It's good to see your face. Really nice to see those teeth again.
Listen, I had to get on here real quick and tell you why I've been ghost.
Why you been ghost?
So I'm actually studying for the SHRM exam, the Society of Human Resource Management, the Senior Certified Professional exam. It's really
That's
close.
dope.
Yeah, the teacher we have has a law degree, and she's like, this is really close to the Florida bar. And that's how hard the exam is. So I'm listening all day to audiobooks. I'm studying at nighttime. And so I'm catching you when I can catch you.
Oh, that's good. That's good. So,
but I'm still a fan, and I still hop on here when I can. So I made everybody eat breakfast and listen to you yesterday.
Thank you, Coach Ari. Thank you. But good luck on that. Good luck on that. So is that that certification is in order to what? To be a head of public?
So I will get a promotion to director of talent experience at my job once I get it. So I'm a senior manager right now, and my promotion hangs in the balance. So dollar bills, y'all.
Oh, so, yeah. There you go. For sure.
Yeah, so that's what I've been studying for. So I'll pop in when I can, but I just wanted to say much love to the chat and much love to you. And I'm still listening, and my husband still listens every day. So he is filling me in on what's going on and when I need to catch up on some episodes.
Oh, that's what's up. Yeah, we've had some fun stuff going on.
Yeah, he was like, you need to listen to this. When you get home, when you get off the laptop, you need to listen to this. And I'm like, okay. Was he tripping today? Or somebody was like, he put King on blast. So it's great. I'm just happy I got to talk to you today. But I just wanted to get up there for a second.
All right. Thank you to the prettiest smile on YouTube. Appreciate you so much.
All right.
All right. Tell your husband I said, hey, man.
I will. All right.
All right. Thank you, Coach Ari. Talk to you soon. Oh, that's nice. Nice. Got a young married couple with children taking care of their business. You gotta love it, man. Nothing like a smart black woman, good look, Coach. Yeah, I got that right. Know why y'all want to marry dummies? I don't. Ask Coach Ari, will she confirm that I bodied you 2 weeks ago? T. Orlando, let me tell you something, Doug. You got to stop talking about it, brother, because as a current member of the Georgia bar, it's not good. It's not a good look. That L you took is not a good look. Where's John Bowie and Terry Schmoot? I don't know. I don't know where John Bowie is, man. John Bowie was going through some things, man. So I text him a couple times. I'm going to keep harassing John Bowie. I'm going to harass him like 3 more times. If I don't hear from him after about 3 more texts, then I'm going to be like, hey, man, he'll get back when he gets back, man. You know, life can get hard, man. He was dealing with some things. Terry Schmoot was here yesterday, I think. Terry Schmoot right now is probably at work. He's a project coordinator, so he's probably at work right now. Coach Ari, don't waste your time. Don't waste your time. It's a good discussion. It is a very good discussion. But T. Orlando got sat down. T. Orlando tried to come with it, dog. Yeah, I got to tell you, he tried to come with it. Oh, yeah, it was a Saturday before last. It's in the middle. But he actually got on. So he tried his best. For real, he made me work. You know what I mean? He made me work. It was a great discussion. Very educational, too. Very educational. Blood said, everybody bodies me. Blood always says that. What's new? You might as well tell me, no, he's not as bad as, he's definitely not as on King to be compared with King, but you get it. Ron BK said, Bud, Crawford's fan, are highly upset that his picture is always on this page. And that's why I make sure I do it. That's why I make sure that I do it. Let me tell you, can I let you guys in on a secret? There's a channel called, I shouldn't even give you this game, but I'm going to give you the game. I've said it before. There's a channel that goes by the name of Mr. Boxing Today 2. And he is like all heavyweight boxing. I cover certain weight classes. I cover, for the most part, the traditional weight classes. And people get mad that I keep covering welterweight. Welterweight is one of the weight classes I cover. I cover everybody in the weight class. I cover Jerron. I cover Terence. I cover Errol. I cover Keith Thurman. I cover everybody in the weight class. I cover everybody at lightweight. Fanon, have you ever broken down the Shakur Martin negotiation breakdown? Yes, I have. Coach Chef Rio Crowley. And let me tell you what my summary of it is. Fanon got something against little people. Nah, dog, look. Yes, I have. Here's my conclusion. Bad communication on the part of Frank Martin and the PBC team. I think it was poor communication. I think it was poor communication. I heard what Frank Martin said. That I chalked that up to poor communications. Yeah, welterweight always been one of the most popular weight classes. Yeah, I covered the welterweights. I've been a fan of welterweight boxing since the 80s. Welterweights, welterweights are my favorite two weight classes. Followed by the lightweights. I cover those weight classes. I cover those. You're always going to 140. You'll hear me talk about 140. You hear me talk about guys around that weight class. Always. The hell. And guess what? Terence Crawford's a boxer. So why you always calling boxers? Why you always covering boxers? I don't understand why you always covering boxers and giving your opinion about boxers. Because I give my opinion about boxers. Hey, Terence, there you go, punching that bag again. Oh my God, there you go. There you go, running those hills again, Terence. My goodness gracious. What, my God, you're going to fight. Why do you keep running hills? Why do you keep hitting the pads? Why do you keep doing footwork drills? Because I'm a boxer. That's why I keep doing it. Why do you keep having boxing matches? You all just sound like buffoons to me, man. You keep telling me, why do I keep doing my job? Why do you keep doing your job all the time? I cover American fighters in these weight classes, and he's one of them. You only get views when you cover boxers. Yes. Yes, you're not going to see me pop up with a video talking about LeBron James. Sorry. Anyway, you guys are silly, man. Richard Paris says, saw Devin doing those footwork drills, working on them legs. Hey, man. Yeah, I saw him. You know what? Doesn't look that fast to me. I've seen a lot of footwork drills. He's not that fast. He's not that quick. Really? It's not that quick. That's what it looked like to me. I think my daughter's feet were just as fast doing the drills. Top speed, not as fast, but her footwork on those drills, about the same. I got a friend whose son much faster on those drills. Yeah, it wasn't that fast. Richard Paris said, come on, Fanon, stop hating on Dev. Oh, here we go again. Why you always got to talk about Dev and hate on Dev? Look, man. That's why I think Boots sticks around there. He understands history and significance of dominating that weight division, that welterweight division. Look, man. Look, here's my thing, bro. Here's my thing. Jaron Ennis ain't got to do anything but sit there. I'm telling you, you guys think some of these fighters are in these great positions. I don't see these great positions that you think these fighters are in. Don't see it. Don't see it. A lot of times we start talking about these guys, I listen to what you're saying, and I'm like, you're talking to me about what you think a fighter should do. Like, there's no reason for Canelo to go out of his way. No reason for him to go out of his way to fight Terence Crawford. None that I can see. And every time I hear it, you guys talk about it, come up and you say, well, he should do that. Or Terence Crawford wants this. This is what Terence Crawford's looking for. Look, man, I don't care what Terence Crawford's looking for. That shit is not a criteria what you looking for. Caesar TMG said, Fanana, which Boots was on this undercard? I just want them to announce a fight with Boots. I want them to just announce the fight with Boots. The Canelo fight makes no sense for Canelo. According to Canelo. Jermell doesn't make a lot of, maybe it makes sense for Jermell. If Jermell beats Canelo twice. If he beats him twice. Then it makes sense for Jermell. Maybe. Those guys are at 168. If you put yourself in the position of other people and look at it from where they are. So I did a video yesterday where I said, look, Terence Crawford's best bet to get up there and force Terence to get a fight with him is to go beat David Benavidez. Oh my God, you're trying to get Terence Crawford beat. If Terence Crawford cannot beat David Benavidez, why do you think he's going to beat Canelo? Riddle me that. Riddle me that. Hey, what's going on, Jorge? Thank you for the support, brother, in the chat. Said it's fight week. Saludos, everybody. Yes, sir. Thank you, bro. It is. Skills from New Orleans. Yes, sir. And I'm amped about it. Skills from New Orleans said, like football and unlike football and basketball, there is no reset to an undefeated record. Furthermore, you can't play boxing. Frank was in his right not to settle for a little bit of money in a fight that he can certainly lose. What was the analogy that I lost? I already forgot it. And thank you to everybody that supports in the super chat. Thank you. Thank you to everybody like Nicole that just supported in the Cash App. Thank you. Really and truly, thank you. Nicole with the $2 holler. Thank you, sister. Appreciate you so much. The ladies continue to support. Thank you, thank you, thank you so much. Appreciate you. More than you know, Nicole. More than you know. What's going on, Soda Black? It's hot take. Boots got the deepest toolbox box in all of boxing. But you're trying to, but you know, yeah, Boots is the man. I like Boots a lot. Boots is the man. Hey, what's the analogy, KMJ Network? I've already forgotten. I'm putting links up here, man. Support the channel by clicking the link. Maybe I should say something bad about Terence that you guys think are bad, which are really compliments. I think it's funny that people say Martin ducked Shakur, but when the shoe was on the other foot, the same people say he didn't duck Haney. Yeah, it is obvious. I like people that say, if you think one, you have to think the other. Based off the facts. If you don't like the money and you say no to the money, that's why Shakur said no to the deal. But then they didn't continue to negotiate and he dropped the belt. Same thing. They could have went back to negotiations with Shakur too. The whole thing is the same situation. Literally, the whole thing is the same situation. Bud Sky Miller said, Bud playing the not enough money game. So why can't Canelo do the same? He should be judged equally. It's a bad look. Dude, these people are not Bud fans. Let's just go. Bud fans don't want him to fight Benavidez. Oh, that one? Yeah. 6 in one hand, half dozen the other. 6 in one hand, 6 in the other. You know what I mean? Like, that shit's the same. Like, 6 and that's what half dozen means. Half dozen is 6 for some of y'all that, you know, maybe slow. Shakur going extra on Frank. Paloma also turned him down. Man, that's because Shakur be talking too much. Shakur Stevenson does two things. Talks too much and he smiles too much. The number one thing he does is smile too much because his smile is just a little bit too wide. I'm joning there. Richard Fanon, did you see the Frank interview with those fine ladies on Saturday? He spoke on the Shakur stuff. I have not seen the video. I have not seen it yet. I've not watched it yet. I saw excerpts from it. I have not had an opportunity to see it. I had somebody, and shout out to Nick J. Shout out to the, man, what's the name of the channel again, man? The Queens. Shout out to the Queens. Congratulations on that interview. I certainly hope everybody that's talking about it talked about them when you take their content. I tried to get a Frank Martin interview. My show was on too early in the morning. I asked for one because I definitely wanted to get one. I would have liked, because he's not so big that it's, crazy. But look, I heard this is what I heard was associated with it. Yeah, that's good. Yeah, they're really good. Yeah, Nick J and I forget what the other Queens of the Ring. Yeah, they're really good, man. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. I'm a big fan of Nick J on Twitter and on YouTube. What I heard was said, Boxiana, thank you. Boxiana, yes, absolutely. And I love that name, Boxiana. What I heard is that he said that he never asked for 50-50. He said he approved the fight, but he didn't see what the money was. Right there's the problem right there. Don't approve the fight unless you know what the money is. See what I said? I was 100% right about what the issue was. I would like to give myself a round of applause that I was right. Is a communication issue, because he's used to just saying, I approve the fight, and they're okay, I'll go get the money. So they go get the money, but this time he's like, hold on, no. I approve the fight, but I didn't approve the money. They're the same thing. Don't approve the fight unless you see the money. And that was a standard operating procedure. That's what I said. It's amazing how often that I wind up, can I toot my own horn? Toot, toot, pause for people like Paul. Toot, toot, pause. I understand, but making 3 times more. He said he asked for a little extra. He didn't ask for 50-50. There you go. But again, that was the issue that I saw, because that more than likely is the issue. And I'm telling you, I keep telling you guys these things. Can you guys, let's take a second before I read Soda Black, who's such a big supporter of the channel. Thank you for your support. Remember when do you guys remember when I told you that? We got 405 people in the building. I'm sure some of you remember that I specifically told you this stuff. I said this. I need acknowledgement first. I need acknowledgement. You know why I need acknowledgement? Mr. Pragmatic said, great commentary as always. Thank you, brother. Thank you, Mr. Pragmatic. Thank you, sir. Hey, you called it on point for sure, Fanon. I did. Let me go through this again so I can tell you guys. Let me sell my channel for a second. Let me sell why we should talk together. When people were jumping to duck, we as grown people had a conversation about what possibly could have taken place based off the information we knew, which is why I bodied T. Orlando Pearson. In the case when I bodied T. Orlando Pearson, we were talking about what could be the case with the rematch clause for Errol's Spence and Terence Crawford in 154 based on what we know. And what we know, well, say, YH for 9, you be on point with the speculative breakdowns. Yeah, I do. Because, God dog, there can only be so many options. So what we said was the most likely, it's Soda Black. Oh, my God. Did I say thank you to Mr. Pragmatic? Thank you, Mr. Pragmatic. Thank you, brother. He said, great commentary as always. Thank you, brother, for that $10 holler, brother. Thank you. And then my guy, Soda Black, with the new gig. Soda Black, fresh off that new gig. Say, good morning, OG. Back for another classic show. Thank you, bro. So basically what it was this. We said more than likely there was a problem with how Frank Martin is used to doing business. And this is the first big fight that he had with a lot of money. So he was probably used to just telling those guys for the fights that didn't make a lot of money, okay, you just go you make the fight. You go make the fight. And I'm okay with the fight because the fight is going to be in a certain range of money and he's going to be okay with whatever it is. But for his first big fight, they probably thought the same thing. Hey, do you want this fight? And he says, yes, I want that fight. I'm cool with the fight. And then they go off and negotiate the fight. But this time was a little different because it was more money. So he says, hold on. No, I don't want that. Hey, go back and see if you can give me a little bit more. And so that's it. The fight falls apart because they thought they had a deal, but then they found that they didn't have a deal. So the mistake was on the PBC side. But it's not, it's a situation where it's just a lack of communication or never having been in that circumstance. A promotional company that probably had never been, a fighter that had never been in that circumstance before. Moving forward, I bet you that Frank Martin says ahead of time, has a conversation with them ahead of time. What are we looking for in this fight? How much do you think this is going to pay? How much do you think this is going to pay? Oh, we think it's going to be here to here. What's your bottom dollar? Are you willing to fight for this and no less than that? What's the least amount of money you're willing to fight for? Well, hey, let's try to get this. Let's try to get 1.5. But if we can get $1 million, cool. If they say 500,000, that's not enough. Because I'm only going to walk away with 200,000. I don't think that that's worth it for me. I don't think that that's fair. And then they can work from there. Dwayne Williams said, you talk real talk. That's why I like your show. Bud looking for big fight. Frank should have took the money. He was afraid he would lose. I don't think he was afraid he was going to lose. He wanted more money for the fight. Because he said it's not a lot of money. He's a professional fighter. I almost always reject that these guys are not going to take that fight. I mean, why wouldn't he think he can win? He said that he wanted to fight. They told him he wouldn't get a million in a purse bid. They should have also told him what Top Rank was paying if it didn't go to purse bid. Aisha, did they say that? Did Frank Martin say that? They told him he wouldn't get $1 million in a purse bid. Aisha, is that something that was said on that interview that Queens of the Ring did, Boxiana and Nick J? Aisha, I'm going to wait for that answer. Because if that's what takes the case, then there you go. That's what we thought it was. Hey, Bomb Squad, much love, man. Expensive paper. Thank you, brother. Said Bomb Squad. Thank you, bro. Frank wouldn't be making any low money conversations about anybody else ever again. Look, he just needs to make sure that they know what money he wants for the fight. And he won't run into that problem again. Soda Block say, can we convince Wilder to take a tune-up fight? I don't want him to make the same mistake as Errol. I mean, he's got 40-plus fights at this point in time, man. I don't think you can convince him to do anything you don't want to do. I mean, I hope so. Like, I want him to, but I don't know because I don't know Deontay Wilder. I want him, but I agree with you. I want him to fight anybody. Anybody, man. Give me, dude, just give me anybody. Give me anybody. 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 Frank said that in the interview. So there you go. That's your answer. That's your answer. I was right, is the answer. I told you so. Now, click the link for everybody that says that this is a blatant duck. It's exactly what we thought it was. Really. I'm kind of bugged. I guess bugs me, man. Like, when are we going to stop doing this? When are we going to start thinking our way through problems? That is the most lot that you can almost see from the rip. You can see that. You can see that from the rip, off the rip. Thank you, Aisha. Look, man, I want my apology. No, I don't. I don't want my apologies. I'm just telling you, this is exactly what I told you. That's exactly what I told you. Frank said he wanted $1.5 million because after taxes, paying everybody, he would come out with less than what he wanted. There you go. So that winds up being exactly what I said. It was. That's exactly what I said it was. So again, T. Orlando Pearson takes an L. T. Orlando Pearson takes another L. That's why I know that I'm right and T. Orlando Pearson's wrong about this contract. See, that's how you wind up getting bodied, man. That's why you wind up getting bodied all the time. Because that was the obvious thing. That was the obvious thing I told you. T. Orlando, there's a business side to this. And you have standard, what I said was it was a problem with the standard operating procedure of man down promotions. That Frank Martin is used to doing business in a certain way. And they did business and it didn't work that time. I also said that they believed that there was probably a limited amount, only a certain amount of money that they were going to get in that purse bid. Because Bob Arum was not going to pay over a certain amount because he's on a budget. And he also has a certain amount of money he has to pay for Shakur Stevenson. So I'm telling you, that's not him. If you define the word boy Dubs as that being a duck because he didn't want to take the fight, no, it's just an F up is what it is. It's an F up. It's an F up. And now if he would have known and accepted that, oh, the most that I could have got was $1 million, right? The most I can get is $1 million. Then, hey, man, you got to take the fight. Right? Look, and that's what I also said about Tom Brown and TGB. TGB and these guys are going to have a discussion about how much the fight is going to pay. And Bob Arum and those guys are going to have a grown man discussion about this is how much we're willing to pay. Not even Bob. It's probably not even Bob Arum. It could be Todd DeBuff or whoever. What's the other guy's name besides Todd DeBuff? It probably doesn't even got to be Bob Arum. It's going to be one of those guys. This is our budget. This is how much we're going to pay for the fight. If we do more than this, we can't afford the fight. So, it is what it is. This is the most we can do. Tom Brown looks at the numbers and he says, okay, yeah, I think this is the most. That's the most I would pay in my circumstance. And especially if you know how much, and there's transparency. There's transparency. There's transparency because you know how much Shakur is making. You know what I'm saying? Hold on one second. Welcome back to the Angry Man Podcast. Hold on 1 second. Hold on 1 second. Hold on 1 second. I don't see anything. All right, sorry about that. Anyway, there should be no verbal agreement to fight Frank Shakur until Frank knew his dollar amount. Yeah, but yeah, there shouldn't have been, unless that's how, again, how those guys usually do business. And if he's never done it before, then there you go. Frank didn't know how much. Oh, I thought you'd give me something fair. This is the first time I didn't get something that I thought was fair. So, and again, that's on them. And if he would have said no over money, you know what I mean? But yeah, you absolutely should have had that locked down. Let me tell you, Sam Big said, yeah, true. Everybody at 168 is too big. Let me tell you, if everybody is too big for Bud at 168, then he needs to keep Canelo's name out of his mouth. Sorry, that's how that works. Soda Black in the building said, for the vacant title, is it supposed to be a 50-50 split? It's 60-40. 60-40 of a 60-40 of the purse split bid. But again, that's also listening to YouTube. I'm telling you, y'all listen to YouTube. Y'all listen to YouTube. You listen to these dudes. I'm telling you from somebody on YouTube. Stop listening to these YouTube dudes talk about contract and money. They suck. They flat out suck at it. Suck at it. Stop listening to YouTube dudes talk about, and I'm not saying everybody sucks at it. Listen to what they say, but take it with a grain of salt. You can listen to what I'm telling myself, I put myself in the same situation. Listen to what I say, take it with a grain of salt. Because it's just boxing conversation. But I can promise you, as it comes to the execution of contracts, these guys do not know. These YouTubers like Fernando know ish about contracts. Shame on you, T. Orlando. If I don't know nothing about contracts, how come I be slapping you around, counselor? If I don't know nothing about contracts, how come I slap you around? How come I get to slap you around all day? I know me some contracts now. I know me some contracts now. When I'm a millionaire, I'm going to get, and then you woke up, I was slapping you around, dog. Pop, 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 just all over the place, dog. Trying to hit me with a merger clause. Man, if you don't stop me, I counter your acquiescence. I counter you with acquiescence. Anyway, anyway, I understand you love Bud. Oh, that's Derek Choice. Yeah, Derek Choice loves some Bud. Hey, for the vacant title, no, it's not supposed to be 50-50. It's like 60-40 because of those guys' positions. But, dude, several people wouldn't take that fight. You know what I mean? Several people wouldn't take that fight. Listening to, don't do that, dog. Stop listening. You better stop listening to me. Stop. Don't do that. Like, I'm telling you, don't do it. You can listen. Like, you can listen, but you gotta take it with a grain of salt, bro. You gotta listen, you gotta take it with a grain of salt. It's like for real, these dudes be talking about contracts like they've ever, like they have any idea what one is. They really don't understand what one is. Like, they don't, like, they really, and when I'm telling you this, I mean it fundamentally speaking. They don't know what one is. Fundamentally. In general, they get the idea of it. Like, you know, they get it kind of. But they don't really understand. They don't understand, and they don't know how to, and the things that they know, they really don't have a way to apply it to broader concepts. You know, like, stop listening to them. These guys, when Mike Coppinger said something about a material term, dog, right there, dude, I cannot stand the phrase material term. I can't stand that material term. Because I don't know what an immaterial term is. I'm still perplexed. What is an immaterial term? That's an oxymoron. That's an oxymoron. It's like jumbo shrimp. Immaterial term. I don't like that phrase. And I don't care who uses it. I don't like that. Because every term in that agreement is material. They're all material. If they weren't material, they wouldn't be in there. That's like you telling, oh, well, that's not really important. All the things that are important to you, their choice. Said, comparing arm length and height, how much bigger is David than Jose? A lot. T. Orlando, let me know. If you think it is, you let me know. I disagree. I know that there's a term that we say, what about, that's not immaterial. Oh, those are not immaterial either. That's not immaterial. If you're using it, it's not a term. There you go. It's not a term. Is the recital a term? Martin Blackwell, who does business, is at this state. First of all, that's identifying it. Give me a non-material term. Give me a non-material term, T. Orlando. Give me one. Give me one. Let me know if it's a term. The recitals are not terms. That's not a term. And that's not how I see a term. A term is a point of contention that needs clarification. Your identification, your signature, those are not terms. Those are not terms. Those are not points of which the agreement rests on. I'm not saying everything in an agreement is a material term or is even a term. Give me one. Enlighten me. Educate me. It could be immaterial to me. It could be something that doesn't matter to me. But that's relative. That's relative. There's all kind of terms where I would say, look, man, that really doesn't apply to us. But it is not immaterial. It may be immaterial to me, but it's material to them. They may want to have that thing in there just in case you change. There are a lot of things. I didn't say things. I said term. Nah, there are a lot of things that are in the contract that are not material to the agreement. Like what? Like what? I know there are things in a contract. What term? Maybe I got the wrong. Maybe I'm using the word term wrong, or we disagree what term is. A term is a point of contention for me. The recital is not a term. That's how I don't see it as a term. I see terms as being the specific things in which you are coming to an agreement upon. Things that any requirement in the agreement to me is a term. But okay, if that's how you see it, cool. I've heard that my entire career. I've heard people say that. And that shit does not jive with me, bro. That shit don't jive with me. Fanon, if you're so smart, why'd you pick Spence? Because I thought Spence would win. Tevin Williams. I thought he could win. That's why. And the recitals are provision? Provisions. I hate these dudes. Provision. Okay. I still don't like it. I still don't think that I think they're all, and then material means unimportant. I don't know, man. I don't agree with that. I don't like that. Let me put it this way. I don't like that phrase. I don't like that phrase. I don't treat shit like it's immaterial, as if it's unimportant. But I don't or irrelevant. What's irrelevant? Counterpart terms, provision is not material. Oh, dude, that go. I don't know, man. I don't think that, bro. I don't think that's a not. Why would you say that those are unimportant? Why would you say that those are unimportant terms? They may be non-essential. I don't. Still think that's a material term, bro. Admissibility term, I still think those are material. Those are not irrelevant, bro. Those are not irrelevant. They are relevant to like, take for example, the venue. That shit is very material. That is definitely material. Important, but that's it. Look up material. The definition of immaterial. The definition of immaterial means unimportant. It's unimportant. Those are all essential terms. You think that let's go, for example, admissibility term provision, or not that one, because I don't understand that as well. I'm sorry. Oh, okay. I'll take that one. All right, Tierlando, you're 90 and 1. In material, look, I would negotiate every single solitary one of those points. Jurisdiction, no, I'm okay. I know what you're saying. I'm not going to do that. We're down at 367. I understand what you're saying, bro. Yes, you would. There you go. Yes, you would. 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 You're saying anything other than specific than consideration in the performance is an immaterial term. I don't like it. I don't like it. I don't like it. I don't like it. Again, man, no, I just know where he's coming. Oh, you're out of here, bro. I don't like it, bro. I don't like that, bro. Because you know what that means? You could have, is duration immaterial? like, I don't know, man. I don't like that term, bro. I don't like it. Yeah, I know. I don't like it, bro. I don't like it. No, it's immaterial. It's immaterial to the formation of an agreement. All right. I still don't like that shit. Yeah, no, I think I think he's right. I think technically speaking, he's right. I still hate that shit. 1 in 90. 1 in 90. In that regard, yes. As far as somebody telling you this is an immaterial term, as far as a individual, somebody telling me a term is immaterial, I don't want to hear that shit. Because it's immaterial to the establishment of the agreement, but it's not immaterial into the enforcement of the agreement. It's not. If you or the remedy of issue, some issue that goes on. I hate that term. I'm telling you, I hate that term. I've always hated that term. I hate that term. I hate that phrase. I think that phrase is snake language because you're making somebody believe something that is not true. You're pointing is talking about to is it material to the formation of an agreement? The whole contract is immaterial then. When the writing of it is immaterial then, because you don't have to have a written contract to have it formed. You just need offer, acceptance, and consideration. No, it's not immaterial because that specifies your intention. I just don't like that term, bro. If you take those terms out, the agreement is still unenforceable. Yes, I don't like immaterial. I don't like it. I get what you mean. I get what you're saying. I don't like that shit. I will never like that, bro. You don't care. Don't like it. I don't like it from the point of view of somebody saying, don't worry about it because you still agreed to it. You still have to abide by it. If you talk about jurisdiction being not being a material term or an immaterial term, it still heavily affects you in the as far as what rules are applied to you actually enforcing the contract. I don't like that shit. I don't like that shit. Don't like it. Don't like it. I hate that term. I hate that term. I'm going to still maintain that I hate that term. I hate that. I wish you would come up. I wish it would be something different. I think we need to have plain English. Prices of material, obviously, because that you cannot enforce it if you don't know what you agreed to. Delivery date, it is. However, I got you, T. Orlando. I get you. It's to offer, its acceptance, and its consideration. It is to specific things addressing the basic establishment of a contract. I got that. What I'm saying though is that that it is misleading to tell somebody based off the common nomenclature of the phrase immaterial to say that it is not important. Not important whether you're going to go, whether if you have some type of conflict, whether you're going to go to arbitration and who that arbitration and who exactly is going to be, what jurisdiction is, what law is going to apply to it, right? I just don't like that, bro. I hate that. I hate that. I'm sorry. I'm just forever and ever, I'm going to tell you I hate that shit. But articulate your argument. Basically, is this is what I say. Somebody tells me that as a plain English of the use of the word, when you tell me something is immaterial, that means not important. What T. Orlando was saying, and T. Orlando was right about it. He's a litigator. I'm not going to argue about that definition with him. No way. Okay? I am somebody that drafts it, though. See, me being in a position as somebody that drafts it, there's no way that I'm going to ever going to tell somebody that these are the terms that are not important. Don't worry about it. These are immaterial terms. Immaterial to what? Immaterial to the establishment and the enforceability of a contract. That's what T. Orlando's saying. And from T. Orlando's position, he's 100% right. But from the 11th Circuit says terms are time, amount. I got you. I know what you're saying. T. Orlando, let me ask you a question real fast. Are immaterial terms important to the execution of an agreement? not the enforceability, because I got to keep talking to these damn litigators. Is it important to establishing the intent of both parties? I hate you fucking litigators. Is it important? I'm not going to keep doing this. I will tell you, don't trust T. Orlando Pearson if you negotiate with him and he uses the word immaterial term. And then he goes and fills them shits out and you wind up getting screwed because you're going to wind up using the rules of the 11th Circuit while the entire event takes place in Illinois. I'm just going to tell you, T. Orlando, don't trust T. Orlando. T. Orlando Pearson is going to be telling you the truth, but he's going to be lying to you by omission at the same time. Don't trust them snakes. No, he said at the same time. No, let me tell you, no. It's T. Orlando being sneaky. That's why I don't like them dudes. Oh, I don't like lawyers. But you are correct in that point. You are 100%. And actually, it's 2-0. It's 2-90 or something. I think you're like 2-90. No, he done got me on the ropes. He's right from the point of view that he's looking at it in. Yeah, the rent of the contract, fatally flawed, material terms. Oh, yeah, I got you, but I don't like that's that shit. That's that shit. I'm talking about somebody that is actually drafting it. It is not fatally flawed because you can fill in the gaps. No. So, no, I still maintain I don't believe that they're immaterial. So I win. Immaterial to what? I'm done with you. I don't like that, dog. Anyway, let's get back on boxing because he's right. I hate T. Orlando. Sitting around here checking me, damn professor. Hey, jumbo shrimp is an oxymoron. I'm telling you, so is unimportant term in an agreement. I'm telling you, T. Orlando's a snake. Don't trust him. That's legalese right there. What's going on, expensive paper? Man, I drank all my tea, man. Talking to this dude. Fine. I hate that it's nothing. Don't you believe that there's a term that is immaterial? Don't you ever believe it? Oh, yeah. Never do. You just believe that. Anyway, T. Orlando is my lawyer. Yes, sir. T. Orlando, hey, man. T. Orlando's the shit. He is. I'm telling you, he corrects me on my definitions, bro. I'm rusty. But I know what you mean by a material term. It's material to the formation of the agreement, and without which it would be fatally flawed. But but I'm telling people, don't use that term. Do not let somebody convince you that because something is immaterial for the purposes of the establishment of an agreement and the enforceability of a contract, without which there is no agreement. As the same thing is telling you that these are not essential to your agreement, because that's the oxymoron. You can have an essential term for you that is not a material term for the court. Oh, Fanon, no, let me watch. I'm going to be very clear. Merchant said, Fanon, you say in the colloquial definition of immaterial? No. And he's not giving, no, he's giving you the definition of material and telling you it's material as to what? I'm telling you, if somebody tells you that a term is immaterial to what? Immaterial to my interests or immaterial to the enforceability of the agreement for both parties? That's why I don't like the term. I don't like the term. I don't like it because it adds confusion. I'm in favor of a natural language. I'm in favor of writing with natural language that makes sense to people. If you say the court is going to determine, is this material or not? Well, material to who? Material to that sneaky lawyer, to Orlando Pearson. But that's not what I'm looking at. I'm looking at whether or not this is important to the agreement that we are striking between us. And it is. The date is important. What jurisdiction, and it's all important. Everything in there affects your ability to your ability to get the benefit of the bargain from it. The question between T. Orlando is answering is what is the material to? And he's talking about it in a litigation sense. And I'm not talking about it in a litigation sense. I'm not. I understand essential to what, T. Orlando Pearson? I gotta, at this point in time, T. Orlando, you're costing me money. Essential to what, T. Orlando? That's why you got to catch these snakes. I know T. Orlando, right? I know I'm catching a body, but I'm still going to go with it. But I still don't like that phrase because it's misleading. It's misleading in the way that it's being used. Yeah, contract formation and enforcement. Hold on. It's not essential to the court enforcing it. But jurisdiction is, oh my God, bro. Oh God. I hate y'all. That's that white man trap he getting us in. That's what it is. You got to be careful. But hey, man, I concede. I concede to your devilish ways. I concede to your devilish ways. I have to go 1-90 with you. Actually, not 1-90, 2-90 on your differentiation between jurisdiction and venue. Okay, it's actually 2. No, it would not be considered a material term. No, for the enforcement of the contract. No, it would not. I got that, T. Orlando. It is not a venue provision, is not material to the enforcement. Right. However, is it in your best interest? Does it affect your ability to get your benefit of the bargain? No. 2-90, friend. 2-90. But anyway, thank you very much. You've defended this ridiculousness that is going to mislead and lead black people into slavery. I get it. You want the engines. You want them engines to sell you. You want the engines to sell you Manhattan for some beads. Hell yeah, venue is important to me. Yeah, I know it's important. I know it's important. That's why I say, please don't believe this. Please don't listen to this devil T. Orlando Pearson, who's correct by definition, but wrong in intention. You can't trust him. Excuse me, I blow my nose. Oh my God, T. Orlando, dog. Them damn litigators. You got to watch them litigators, bro. But look, man. Hell yeah, I hate losing. But I'll admit when I do, he's correct. T. Orlando is correct. I still hate it. I still hate it. I still don't like it. I still think it's dangerous to use those words around people that do not understand material to what. Okay? I already told you, you got 2. You got 2 out of like 90, man. I don't know, 2-90? Something like that. You definitely in that L category. But anyway, let's move on, man. All right. I hate that. I still hate that phrase. And I'm going to maintain I hate that phrase forever. Because I've had to sit there and convince people why. Oh, they said it's an immaterial. It's not, the term isn't material. No, that's not, dude, look. No, it's very, very important. It's material to you. It's very, very important to you. But anyway, it is what it is. Remnants of the common law. Remnants of the common law. is what that phrase is, and it should be thrown out when used around normal people who are trying to come to agreements and protect their interests. But whatever, you know. All right. The body snap, yeah, you got me on. Yeah, you got me on that one, T. Orlando. But I'm gonna be a man and admit it. I'll be a man and admit it that I hate it though. Rashad Newark said, "Much love, my brother. Thank you, bro. Can somebody ask me a boxing question? Can somebody ask me a boxing question? I need it." T. Orlando pulled me into the weeds. And I got stuck in, and I got poison ivy. For now, we just killed the chat. I know we killed the chat, but that's all right, bro. Click that link and eat Fanon alive, Orlando. What? For what? He already, dude, he doesn't have to come in here to tell me that it's not material to the enforcement of the contract. I got that. But in a play, it is extremely material to your interests. It is material. I didn't say there's no such thing as a term, that there is actually a definition for the word material term. There is. But man, I hate it. I hate it. I hate it. That term. Because it's misleading. Or it can be easily misinterpreted. No joke. And I still maintain that. But that's all right. That's why you need T. Orlando to steal money from you. And my definition is safer for you than his. You'd be best off to assume that every term is material to the enforcement of the agreement. Not whether it's enforceable, whether it can be enforced, but how it's going to be enforced. I don't like that term. Rest in peace to Professor Lawson. Matter of fact, hold on one second. I got to do something. All right, I have to do this, bro. I have to do this. Damn, there's no picture on there. Hold on one second. I'm gonna get back on the talk, but I gotta do this real quick out of respect, bro. Out of respect, man. Out of respect. To my guy. One of the smartest men that I ever met in my life. A man that I really, really looked up to because he was absolutely brilliant. Passed away a couple days ago, so we're going to do a 10 count for this man right here. I can't get him all the way in the screen. This is Professor Warner Lawson. This is Professor Warner Lawson of Howard University. My contacts professor. Actually, I took like maybe 5 classes of Professor Lawson's. And Professor Lawson passed away last week. Rest in peace, Professor Lawson. Rest in peace, rest in peace, Professor Lawson, who would be disgusted with T. Orlando Pearson right now. I'm gonna throw that out there. Who would be disgusted by T. Orlando Pearson right now? No, he wouldn't. Actually, be very impressed. Also, my remedies professor. He's also professor of remedies, so I should say that as well. Anyway, let's get back to this. If Bud fought Fury, when does Bud KO Fury by 9 or 10 rounds? He will KO him. Let me think about this for a second. Let me think about that for a second. Yeah, let me think about that for a second. Ask me that question in about 5 minutes. Jermell is top dog. Yeah, he is. Jumbo shrimp is an oxymoron. Yes, it is. I am immaterial term to me is an oxymoron. If it is immaterial, why is it in there? Claymore Rain, what's up, Claymore Rain? How you feeling?
What up? What up? What up, Fanon? Can you hear me?
Oh yeah, man. I'm well. I can't complain.
All right. Question, real quick question. Just want your opinion on this. We're going into fight week. We are in fight week. We are currently in fight week, and so it's getting closer to the big fight. And my question is it reasonable to assume that Charlo's hand is not completely rehabilitated if it is currently being rehabilitated?
No.
Okay. Why?
Well, hold on. Well, because you can get past because you can have it be fully rehabilitated. Well, if it's fully rehabilitated, then you're not rehabilitating it. What you're doing is you're strengthening it. So there could be a point to where he gets it all the way to where it was, but then he wants to prevent any type of further injury from it. So he's still doing strengthening exercises for it to make sure that he doesn't, so he can prevent the injury taking place before. The same injury from taking place again. Just like you can have a sprained ankle, but then after it's healed, you rehabilitate it, but you keep doing exercises to get it stronger than it was before. So that could very well be the case there.
Okay. I'm willing to go with that. Yeah, exciting fight. I'm still leaning towards Canelo. I need to see that jab. I need to see Charlo's jab. I need to see that first 2-3 rounds. I need to see, because I think without that jab, it's a short night. I think he needs to make. Because in my head, I'm picturing Charlo thinking, I want to test Canelo's conditioning. I want to attack that body. I want to stop him from walking me down and taking the real estate in the ring. And I think it's paramount that jab is there for the rest of his plan to come together. If that jab is not there, if he can't be consistent with that jab and take a page from Bivol and take a little bit, in my opinion, a page from Caleb, I don't think he weathers the storm, man. I ain't gonna lie. I'm really worried about that left hand. I'm like, yo, is that left hand gonna do the job? Is he gonna be able to keep that thing out there, stiff, pause, respectfully in Canelo's face? You know what I'm saying? Is he gonna be able to? Is he gonna be able to do that? Is that what you like? What do you think? Am I bugging? Is that jab not like gotta be the MVP? Isn't that gotta be the MVP of the game on Saturday?
Yeah, I think the jab is important, but I also think he's got his feet. I think his footwork.
But because of Canelo's style of fighting, him walking down fighters, and how judges love to see him walk down fighters, if it looks like Canelo's walking down Charlo, how is Charlo going to win rounds? He's going to have to super dominate this fight. He's either going to have to stop him, or he's going to have to dominate him in such a way that you can't take away the win from him, from the judges. I believe the judges are ready to. I think Canelo's 3 rounds down right now.
You think Charlo's 3 rounds down right now?
Yeah, sorry.
Yeah,
I think Charlo's down 3 rounds right now.
Yeah, it's definitely going to be very, very tough for him to get it's going to be real tough for him to get a decision, bro. It is.
Yeah. All right. I'm not going to hold you up. I know. You know how.
No, you good, man. It's all good. I appreciate the change of subject.
No, I needed to help you out.
Stubborn when it comes to
Orlando had you on the ropes. I know you was getting ready to get him. I know you was just rope-a-doping him.
I wasn't rope-a-doping him. No, let me tell you something, man. Let me be very straightforward with you.
All right.
T. Orlando Pearson is an active snake. So you see
you can't win.
I know T. Orlando is correct. T. Orlando always wants to take things into his area of. First of all, you got to understand what T. Orlando is. T. Orlando is a federal litigator. So
the worst.
So no, I mean, no, I'm not. No, you need litigators. I think he's a good dude. See, what he wants to do is he's talking about the enforcement of the agreement, and he's really being very, very, being very precise with his language.
Right.
And I understand. So what he's doing is, first of all, he's holding me to Georgia law, which I do not know jack shit about. Also, he is also, well, I know, just generally speaking, I know what the confinements of it, but not like he does.
Right.
Then on top of it, he wants to pull out, like, he never wants to comment about anything that he does. Well, no, he's just right about that. But this is my issue with it. And I'm telling you, I don't like the term. I don't like the term. So contract law is pretty standard across all states. Yeah, I understand that. Look, here's my issue. First of all,
he's not letting you get away with the Georgia. He's not letting you get away with the Georgia line.
No. What I said was that when he says the 11th Circuit, how am I going to argue about the definition of a term by the 11th Circuit? Come on, man. How am I going to be able to? But first of all, I know what he's saying is right. But when I'm not in the court. What I'm at is somebody that is negotiating the agreement and drafting the agreement from ground up. Right. So when I say, you got to understand like where I'm coming from and why I'm saying he's pulling it into his bailiwick. What I'm saying is you should not consider any term in that agreement unimportant. Nothing. If you should read the first word, that there's a meaning and there's effect that every word has in that contract from the very first to the last. The only thing, even with only thing I would say, you can put specific terms in there and draft it in a way where certain things become unimportant, and they're unimportant by virtue of the thing that makes them unimportant in that agreement, like headings. That's like for example, he's going to say an immaterial term is this, right? Headings is an immaterial provision to an agreement. Headings is where it says, look, there's nothing, me calling a specific, those rule of big words you see at the top before you see the small words.
Right.
That those are not to not use those words to interpret the meaning of the provision itself. That's something called a heading, right? A headings provision.
Right.
What he is saying is that is not a material term. It doesn't matter that you have that, you can still enforce the agreement. Where certain things like the price, the parties involved, there's a list of things that you have to have in there. And if you don't have those things in there, then you don't have an enforceable agreement at all.
Right.
So for the sake of for his purposes, that is an effective use of the word. For anybody else's, when they're drafting it, it's not. You need to make sure that you pay attention to everything in there, because any one of those things can affect your ability to get the benefit of the bargain when you're drafting the agreement. So there's an issue of the drafting of the agreement or what the court is going to look at when you have a conflict between the parties and you need those guys and you're asking for a remedy from the court. But yeah, contracts are standard. Its majority is common law. But there are certain things that are not. But again, I've never done enforcement. I've always drafted. And then whenever you do that, it is what it is. Sorry about that, man. I'm ruining the chat with this talk.
No, it's all good, man. I'm getting an education because it's definitely Chinese to me, but I get what you're saying. It sounds like you're basically saying that to Orlando's basically saying it don't matter what the heading is, you better read the contract because what's in the contract has priority of what's in the heading. Am I bugging?
No.
Okay.
Let me tell you what he's saying.
I drive trucks, so.
What he's saying that there's a phrase called material term.
Right.
And the definition of a material term is a term in an agreement that is essential to the establishment of an enforceable agreement. He's giving that term as when he says, is there a material? What is a material term? He's saying a material term is a term that is essential to the enforcement to the establishment of an enforceable agreement. I think T. Orlando would say that's a fair definition of the phrase material term.
Okay.
For me, as somebody that is primarily concerned about drafting the agreement and ensuring that the people that I work with or represent are going to get the benefit of the bargain, and that the terms are going to be as favorable for them and their situation as they can be.
Okay.
So to me, when you're looking at that, if you're telling me that a term by the colloquial use of the phrase immaterial, I would say, look, no, we know we have an enforceable agreement here. However, you need to negotiate or be concerned and think about the ramifications of every term in this agreement, including all of the terms that are not necessary to establish an enforceable agreement, but go to the establishment of the party's intention when they entered into the contract, which is what the court will be arguing about. What did you intend when they read all of that? What did you intend to promise each other, right? And if you don't specify it, they can go into what the court will assume you did intend, absent of you having specified it. But
Boom.
But anyway, so I was just using that headings term as something that he says is not a material term, because it's not just because you don't have that there doesn't mean you can say, well, I don't have a headings term. That means you can't enforce this contract. We don't have a valid enforceable agreement. That's
Right.
What I mean.
Right. Okay.
All right. Anyway, man. So all right, man.
I caught a little law class. I caught a little law class. You know what I mean? But
yeah, but T. Orlando wins. You know, I lose. Yeah, I lose. Shit.
Okay. Look, man, humbly, humbly take the knee, man. It's all good, bro. You live to fight another day. It's all good.
I know this though. That dude ain't never gonna beat me in no negotiation, because I'm gonna treat all that shit like it's serious as a heart attack, including exactly, huh?
Especially if it's him.
Yeah, man. I can tell you. I can give you an example. Like, let me give you an example of why I don't like that term. Why I don't think there's an unimportant term. That shit screwed one of these immaterial terms, or a term that was not material, completely screwed Andre Ward. It completely screwed him. Andre Ward had a deal with Goosen. I can't remember which Goosen, with Goosen Promotions, and one of the in the agreement there was a jurisdiction, right? Or excuse me, disputes clause. In the dispute clause, it said, if in case of a dispute, we agree that we will go to an arbitrator. We'll go to mediation and then an arbitrator, and the arbitrator will be the California State Athletic Commission.
Right.
And so he went to the California State Athletic Commission, but the State Athletic Commission, dude, they are gonna find almost immediately for Joe Goosen. Why? Right. Because he's a California promoter that does business with them all the time, and actually had political relationships with the people that were going to make the decision. And it wasn't until they wound up making an argument to take it to federal court and get the case moved to a federal court in Houston that he was able to get out of his contract, because they needed to get away from that. So that's why I say, dog, I don't like that term when it applies to the drafting of an agreement. But yes, you can obviously have terms that are enforceable that's not necessary to the enforceability to the contract being enforceable. Right. So technically speaking, this T. Orlando is right, but at the same time, dog, no, don't use that phrase.
Is this another one of those? It's technically right, but ethically it's wrong.
No, he's like, it's for the purposes. It's for the purpose. Okay. Whenever you have a word, you have a definition for the word. Mm-hmm. So there are things that you need there are elements that you need to apply to a rule or definition, specific terms as the way that they define it, so that you don't have it, so that we're all speaking the same. We're all speaking the same. Right. So for his purposes, the definition by the 11th Circuit is this. Can be different, may be different than the definition it is for somewhere else. But that's all addressing what's going to go on as far as whether that contract is an enforceable contract or not, or whether they're going to say both parties are just ass out. This paper ain't worth the paper it's printed. This agreement isn't worth the paper it's isn't printed on. Right. But that for me does not mean, take for example the way that it was used when when Mike Coppinger used it. And he said, look, the only thing they have to live, this fight is all the way done because the only thing that they have left to do is agree to immaterial terms. Right. They've agreed to all the material terms. Right. So the fight is 99% done. Right. And my answer to that was, no, it is not. Like, why would you say that? What term could not delay this fight? And guess what the contract wound up being?
What?
The terms wound up being coin flips.
Oh, okay.
Coin flips. So Terence Crawford would not fight unless he got a coin flip.
Right.
To come out first. Watch this. He also the rematch clause, whether the rematch clause was a bilateral rematch clause or whether it was unilateral and 154, the decision-making process on whether it goes to 154.
Right.
T. Orlando, are any of those material terms? I'm already going to tell you that they're not material terms. If he tells you that those are material terms, he's just trying to lie because I gave him credit. Those are not going to be more than likely. Let me put it that way. Those are not material terms.
Right.
But those are terms that are seriously important terms in an agreement.
Right.
And that's what T. Orlando just gave me my win back.
Uh-oh.
T. Orlando just gave me, hold on. What? You're using a different definition of you. Oh my God. T. Orlando's a snake. T. Orlando switched it up on me. No, T. Orlando don't switch it up on me. Oh, he said, nope, thank you. Thank you, T. Orlando switched it back because he tried to get cute.
Yeah, he ain't
giving up
his
Bud.
win. That's not happening.
No, but they're immaterial to.
Hey,
look, no term is immaterial to you, but it's immaterial to the enforcement of the agreement, and that is a limited win for T. Orlando. T. Orlando, can I get a draw out you? I can't. Anyway, go ahead, man. Nah, T. Orlando.
He ain't giving you that. I wouldn't give it to you, so I know he not. I wouldn't give it.
Nah, see that? Yeah, see there you go. But Bud thought they were material. Bud thought they were material. So T. Orlando still wins because I'm just not going to do that to myself. I know what he means, and I'll acknowledge that. But T. Orlando knows what I mean. When they used that word and they said that this contract is done because the only thing left is material terms, all the material terms are agreed upon, bro, that you could still be 500 miles away from a fight. And you still should be 500 miles away from the fight if you don't think all these things are important, bro. That coin fit ish was so whack, but it was important to him. Shit's silly. Anyway, man, thank you, Claymore Rain. I appreciate you, man. I just wanted to explain myself as I took that L. But let me tell you, that L was kind of like a game that was like 190 at the buzzer. You know what I mean? It was 198 in the buzzer, bro. Come on, good counselor. Can we get some words out of you, good brother? What is that? Thank you, brother. Anyway, man, yeah. Damn, bro, that was a good conversation, bro, but it doesn't drive the channel. Here, Orlando, appreciate you, man. That coin, yeah, it was super whack, bro. It was super whack. I had super whack, bro. When I retire, no, I'm not going to do that. I ain't going to lie and say I'm going to do that because I am not going to do that. I got better time, better things to do with my time. All right, man, so let's talk boxing, man. We had 2 hours. We had a good conversation, but I know that I probably bored the tar out of people. Explain to me, says Soda Black Blessings. What is this? We Animator. What is this? Oh, you're falling asleep? Hey, Reanimator. Thank you, man. I appreciate you. I know that was a boring conversation. I know it was. I apologize. I'll even apologize to you for that one. I'll apologize for that one. But what's the last reasonable question that we had, man? The last really good conversation that we had, I still don't like that term. That I think we had was about dude, Canelo Alvarez and Jermell Charlo just doesn't have a lot of buzz to it, bro. T. Orlando is a snake ass. No. He's a very competent one. He's a very, very competent one. No, I like T. Orlando. I value T. Orlando. Really do. I really do. So I never went with a firm. That's why I did management consulting. And then I just drafted for companies because I have a lot of respect for him. I've never liked what he has to do. I've never liked it. Never liked it. But no, I have a suspicion that he's very competent, man. Is Kingsman Fanon? What do you mean? I don't know. King can King can't click the link. What's going on, Adrian Molina? How you feeling, man? Of Puerto Rico. Let me shave you a shout out there, brother. Nobody can really talk about that, can really get into that conversation, though. I understand. Fanon, that was a draw. No, he's right. He's right, because he caught me slipping. I know that there's a phrase material term, and it's material to the enforcement of the contract. I don't like the phrase I don't like it. I still don't like. I think that is one of the situations where people say that lawyers are sneaky. But it's not that they're sneaky. The word material, he's right. It's material. What is a material term? It's material to the enforcement of an agreement, but it's material in that context. What you think of is in a practical sense, you think of it, all of those things are important. All of them. And I don't like to see people get ripped off, so I don't like the phrase. I don't like the phrase being used in the drafting of an agreement. I don't. If you say essential to the enforcement, but again, it's very specific language for very specific purposes. Who is that new dude from Saturday? I don't know what you're talking about. New dude from Saturday. What new dude from Saturday? I don't know. Brock Howard. I don't know who you're talking about. I have no clue. I have no clue who you're talking about, actually. G-Man locked up. Yeah, he's annoying, but if he wants to jump on, I don't even care today, bro. I need somebody to pull me back on into the boxing, bro. The blonde kid, I don't know who that was, man. It was a guy that watches way too much. Reanimator, you're out of here, bro. I don't want to. You're not out of here forever. I don't like emojis, bro. I don't like emojis. I don't like people throwing emojis at me, homie. I don't know who he was. He was fun to talk to, though. I'll tell you that. I thought he was well thought. On the Hall of Fame conversation. Yeah, he's a smart guy. I enjoyed talking to him. No, he's talking about Saturday. OG Boxing Talk was Sunday. He's talking about this guy that jumped on that was trying to make an argument that Gervonta Davis, that Errol Spence wasn't going to be in the Hall of Fame, which is completely subjective. You know what I mean? But see, that's why I'm telling you that T. Orlando is right, because he's objectively true. He's objectively true. I got to take that L from T. Orlando. I just have to sit on that L. Not a draw. I got to sit on that L. Because if I don't sit on that L with T. Orlando on that topic, I can't make people sit on L's the way that I like to make them sit on them L's. Which is, he's correct. He's correct. I don't have to like that he's correct. I don't like the usage of it, but he's correct. Exactly. He sent his minions. Reanimator looks to be one of them. Well, he'll be getting blocked. Martin, any reason why that horrible rumor about Tank and Thurman got started? Yeah, I got a good reason about why it's been started, because people want people to watch videos. And people that want Gervonta Davis to lose want to watch Gervonta Davis, want to badmouth Gervonta Davis for ducking fighters. That's what I think it is. Am I thinking logically, or am I thinking like these YouTube people that want to read people's minds? I have no idea why anybody's ever thought that Gervonta Davis was going to fight Keith Thurman. None. And I think it's probably one of the more ridiculous. I think it's one of the more ridiculous conversations we got going on. I'll cover it. I'll talk about it, because I'll talk about anything that's out there. That's me. I'm cheap. You know what I mean? I'm a cheap conversation. Anything you want to talk about, I'm willing to talk about. If you want to talk about, hey, man, okay, thank you. If you want to talk about anything, if you want to talk about Terence Crawford juicing, I'll talk about it. Watch this. Listen to this. Listen to this. Ultra Instinct. Dude, listen to this. Hey, funny you call yourself international channel when all you talk about is 3 or 4 weight classes when they're 16. And it's mainly just about black fighters. Yeah, this channel should be called Phenon Boxing. Ultra ignorant. International. And black. You know that international is about countries? More than one country. It's not one or more than one weight class. And it's definitely not one or more quote unquote race of people. There are black people all over the world. And there are people all over the world in those weight classes. Dog, seriously, man. Are you? Come on, man. Come on, man. Come on, man. Come on, man. It's people like you that got me slipping around T. Orlando Pearson. Okay? It is. It's people like you that get me slipping around T. Orlando Pearson, taking L's in areas where I shouldn't be taking no L's. Dog, that stuff you just wrote right there is pure buffoonery. Pure buffoonery. Okay? But here's the link. Tell me that to my face. That is what you call pure and adulterated buffoonery. Okay? Did you think before you wrote that? Probably not. He's using too much instinct and no intellect. Yeah, exactly, bro. Because, dog, 4 weight classes. Basically, 4 weight classes. And watch how many weight classes you're really talking about with 4 weight classes. Heavyweight, middleweight. Middleweight, you're really talking about 168, 160, 154, 147, 140, 135. 130 and 126. I'll tell you what weight classes I pretty much stay with. I stay really with anything above 122 I'll talk about. I don't find a lot of joy in the 120 in the smaller weight classes. Because I don't think those are by and large international weight classes. I think those are domestic. Like most of those little small weights are they're pretty much domestic weight classes. I think 105 is like that's more domestic. 108's domestic, 112 domestic. He said Mexico, US, Central America, South America, the UK, Russia, Ukraine, China, all of the same weight classes. All of them. Let's talk about how many people we've talked about from different places just today. Zhang fought Dubois. So that's Zhang, who's China. You got China, the UK. Jermell is United States. Canelo is Mexico. Who else we got? We got a lot of Americans. But Lomachenko is from the Ukraine. Ryan, well, who was anyway, I'm in 6 countries right there. I'm in 6 countries right there. If that is not international, what is? Please enlighten me. Please enlighten me. Ultra ego. Yeah, just people just say you just be, and I do think about changing it to Phenon Boxing, by the way. I do. I just don't want to go into that part of YouTube to do it. If that ain't international, I don't know what is international if that's not international. Well, see, that's why I got beat. That's why I get lost to that. You're going to make me better, man. That's why I got beat up by T. Orlando's ass. Ooh, I don't like that. That's a loss. I'll admit that. I don't like that shit, though. I don't like that, bro. I don't like that. Because I don't like the term doesn't mean that it doesn't mean what it means. You know what I mean? Just because I don't like it doesn't mean that it doesn't mean what it means. So I literally have to take an actual L from this dude so I can continue to slap you guys all the way around. So T. Orlando Pearson gets officially the first L that even though it's not a boxing debate at all. So this is not really a boxing loss because I've lost other debates every blue moon, but still, he's right about that. So in order for me to keep my integrity, unlike you all, I just have to say T. Orlando is correct on that point. This fight this Saturday was literally international. Exactly. Saying, man, we talk about fighters from all over the world all the time. You don't like it that I like black people. Because, see, you thought international meant race. All you're talking about is black fighters. How can you be international if all you're talking about black people? It's okay, Fanon. Ain't no time on Get Back. I promise you we'll get them back facts. Nah, I don't. Nah, you know how it works. Nah, once you take an L to that dude, you're forever going to be sitting on that L. But it's a second one, technically speaking, though. So it's okay. Don't let that fool. No, he's not changed my mind. He's just correct. He framed an argument in a way. It's fair ball. He framed an argument in a way that made his what do you call it? His premise correct. It did. He framed the argument in a way where his premise is correct. So you can't run away from that. That's just the truth. And I think people need to do that. You know, hat goes off to you, counselor, because you damn sure took an L on that. You damn sure took an L on that rematch clause stuff. Anyway, sound like King complaining about urban fighters. Yeah, these guys don't like BLACK fighters. And there's rampant racism in boxing, which is one thing that I don't get that people don't understand. That there's rampant racism in boxing. Why is that? Because there's rampant racism all over the world in a lot of different areas. And so you're going to see it in boxing fans, and you consistently see it. And you have certain people, especially guys like King and certain other dudes that don't understand. It's too hard to solve the problem. So they deny the problem is there. But it keeps playing itself out over and over again, and you see it over and over and over again. And the fact that somebody acknowledges that it's there, is a problem. But at the same time, if you support black people consistently, that's a problem. So the two things work together with one another. You have a situation where if you say, look, man, I don't like the way that certain groups of fighters are treated in boxing. Usually the people that you say that you don't like the treatment from, what do they say about it? Well, you're just saying that because you have a victim mentality. That's who you hear it from. Our boxing, that's a great question. Will you click the link? Our boxing 1108. Do I support Terence Crawford? Yes, I do. I support Terence Crawford all the time. Yep, I do support Terence Crawford. I want to know why you ask. Why do you ask? And why do you think that I don't? Enlighten me. Enlighten me. I know some Africans that don't like black Americans. They tell us we're not African because we were born here. Look, that's not racist. They say we're not African. That's their business. You don't think we African? Cool. No worries. I wasn't born in Africa. Are you going to click the link? Or are you a fake? Because you talk about him constantly. Yeah, that's what I said. I support him. You're not a bright guy, are you? You must be King. You're not that smart. Again, click the link. Are you here for boxing or something? Because you talk about him constantly, right? Like I said, I support him. What? Hey, what's your estimate on the pay-per-view buys with Canelo, Charlo? 700,000. I'll just throw that out there. I mean, dude, they say we're not Africa, whatever. I don't care. Like, so what? So what? If we're not African, get your ass out of America. You know what I mean? All I got, what? I got to move there? What? Man, I'll say 700,000. I'm going to ride with 700,000. That's what I'm going to ride with. I'm going to ride with 700,000, bro. Jorge Siller, Jorge, that's what I think. I could care less what Africans think of me. I don't get why anybody else does. We got to get rid of it. I'm going to tell you this. I don't think we need to get rid of a victim mentality. I think we need the victim mentality. I think that's valuable. I think we need to get rid of an inferiority complex. That's what I think. Keep the victim mentality. Get rid of the inferiority complex. Because I could care less what they think. Could care less. I don't care if Jamaican thinks bad about me, so what do I care? I don't know why I should be thinking so highly of you. You know what I mean? If there are Africans that don't think that I'm African, so what? I don't think you're any better than me. I don't think I'm an African American. I don't like that. I've never liked that. Oh, don't get demonetized. It's all right, bro. Don't worry about it, man. Some things this is not something it should be. I don't really think that that's why it is. Honestly, I think, and I don't know. I just think that these guys keep hitting me every day because I'm not letting these dudes on my channel and I'm not talking to them. That's what I think is happening. But it is what it is, man. In the large scheme of things, I'll pay the price. You're not worth my time. But you can click the link. It's right here. Who wins Andrade and Benavidez and why? I have no idea, bro. I have no idea who wins that fight, man. 50-50 fight, I don't know. 50-50 fight, and I don't know. 50-50 fight, and I don't know. I don't know. Do you consider you're Black indigenous to America? I'm indigenous to America. I've been here my whole life. I've been here 400 years. We've been here 400 years as far as I know. I don't care. That's another discussion that I don't care about. So what? So what? I don't care. I think that's a discussion. I think that's a distinction without a difference, and I could care less about it. It's not worth my time. I know where I am right now, and where I am right now is in America. And I'm an American citizen. That's a fact. I want to deal off facts. Okay? You got people telling me you got people all of a sudden when they were born, they were Black, but now they're not Black. Now they're mixed race. Next month, they're not going to be mixed race. They're going to be colored. The week after that, you're going to be a foundational Black American. And the other one, you're going to be this, that, and the other thing. I could care less about any of that. Chuck Weaver said, serious note, have you thought about making a channel for legal discussions? It could be another big funnel for you. I'm sure that law community is large on. No, I would never do that. I would never do that. No. No, I wouldn't do that. I don't find it fun. I really don't find it fun. If anything I would do, it would be politics. Or it would be something, only thing that I would want to do would add value to people's lives. Maybe more something spiritual. I think about that. I'm much more interested in that than I am stuff that I think is, look, man, the law is the law. I'm more about compensating for its existence than I am for arguing what it should be. Even in the discussion, and I really do thank you guys so much for supporting the channel. I know this is the dead time in boxing and all of that, but you guys' support by sponsoring the video is how we're able to do it. Really, really, truly, truly is. You guys are very valuable. Thank you guys so much for your support. But and so let me say this while we're on it. Even like really with the conversation that I had with T. Orlando, I never wanted to do what he did because I understand exactly what he's saying. And it makes you see the world in a certain way. You have David beating Bud, but not sure about Andrade. First of all, Derek Choice, did I say that? I don't remember saying that. I don't know if I would favor David Benavidez over Bud. What I'm saying, Derek Choice, is this. If you can fight Canelo Alvarez, then you can fight David Benavidez. If you're good enough to fight, if you think that you're good enough to beat Canelo Alvarez, then you think you're good enough to beat David Benavidez. Yeah, he's got no feet. Okay. Then tell Terence Crawford to fight him. Then tell Terence Crawford to fight him, Derek. Easy peasy. Tell him to fight him. Right? Right? What I'm saying is if you can move up to, and let me tell you again to the guy that was talking before, I do support Terence Crawford. I do. Every time you talk about somebody in boxing, you are supporting them. Because you are bringing up their name, you're keeping their conversation relevant. Now, if you're out there really laying on them and defaming them and talking about them really bad and all of that, you can make an argument that that's not the type of support I need. Right? That's not the type of support I want. Or you're really ripping me down. You're making me look bad. But I don't think anything that I say about Terence Crawford fits into that category. It just fits into the you're going to cry about it if you want me to jock Terence Crawford. And I'm not going to jock Terence Crawford. I'm not going beyond I'm not going to go beyond with Terence Crawford. What you guys interpret as me disliking him is not dislike. It is stone cold neutrality on him. And he's earned my neutrality. He has not earned my negativity, but he has definitely earned my neutrality. And I would love to have a debate with anybody on that. And again, that's why I say with T. Orlando, no, I got to sit on that because T. Orlando's right. There are material terms. Even though I would never use that word around somebody when I'm trying to get to them to the importance of reading an agreement. Because I am not a litigator. What I did do is I was into risk mitigation. And if you think that it's immaterial for the purposes of risk mitigation, you're tripping. But I need to frame what I say more carefully. So they're all the better to concede to my friend, T. Orlando Pearson, who I admire greatly. I really do. He keeps me honest. Why is it that since Spence beat Crawford, he's the best thing since sliced bread? He's not the best thing since sliced bread. And matter of fact, he's better than sliced bread because sliced bread raises your blood sugar, is what they say. Look, Terence Crawford his position is not changed for me, beating Errol. It's not. He was a favorite going into the fight. Bud versus Wilder. Basically, if y'all think Bud can deal with all those weights. Look, man, look, dude, all I'm saying is, and I'm going to continue to say this. If he wants to fight, if his goal truly is, Terence Crawford's goal truly is to fight Canelo Alvarez and be a 4-weight division champion, a 3-weight division undisputed champion, then there's a path that he should take. What's the path that he should take? The path is to fight somebody at 168 and make yourself a contender at 168. It's the same path that he got when he went to 147. It's the same path. Go to 168. And we'll see whether or not he's going to make you the WBO mandatory up there. But get in line, because if that was a good route, then Tim Tszyu could do it. Janabek would do it. Good luck. Canelo Alvarez is not going to be forced to fight anybody he doesn't want to fight. Canelo Alvarez will let that belt go in a minute and thumb his nose at you when he does it. I'm not a dude, no. No. And the WBO is not even going to order it. Because I don't know. I don't even think the WBO Super Champ allows you to go up 3 weight classes. I think it's just the next one. Wilder would knock Bud in the next year. I mean, of course he would. And who did he call? Who did he call a horrible? He didn't call Canelo. He said Terence Crawford it's nothing in it for him. And honestly, I think he's a little annoyed. That's what he seems to me to be. I think he has a right to be annoyed. I think he has a right to be annoyed by that. Dude, you're at 147 pounds. I'm at 168. That's 154, 160, 168. Dude, how about you go to 154? You go to 160 first. Derek Choice, you can have him clear out. You can have Bud. You can have him do whatever he wants to. I don't know if I ever heard Canelo Alvarez. I don't think Canelo Alvarez called Terence Crawford a terrible fighter. Most of y'all have Boots beating everyone. Most of y'all have Bud beating everyone. Okay, I'm sorry. Most of y'all have Boots beating everyone, so I can have Bud clearing out 168. Derek Choice, who has Jerron Ennis clearing out everybody at 160? I've never heard anybody talk about that. Rod Walker said 1 up or 1 down is the super champion. Okay, so the super champion option is not even there. I think Crawford should have stayed at 147 and defended his titles. I mean, I think that's what's best for boxing, but whatever. That's not what he wants to do. That's not what he wants to do. At the same time, though, what he wants to do really and truly is not my problem. And I'm going to maintain that. And I'm going to maintain that all the way through and through. I just want us to get to what's going on, Angry Jack. Oh, I think I was way behind on saying what's up to Angry Jack. I just am getting tired of I just want us to get back to some good fights. And then they're out here talking about how the PBC is going broke again. Like, again. You know what I'm saying? Like, how often is this going to take place, bro? Hold on, man. Damn it. Dang it. I think Crawford should have stayed. Okay, yeah. He said 1 up or 1 down. It's really debatable if Crawford even beats Plant, let alone the other top guys. I think he should go ahead and fight him if he wants to be there. So, hey, man, tell me who do you guys think? Who do you have for this fight? Who do you have for this fight? There is really no buzz around this Canelo Jermell fight. I don't feel buzzed myself. I don't think I'm going to get really excited until the day of the fight. I don't think I'm going to get excited until the day of the fight. Bud LeBon says, it's really debatable if Crawford even beats Plant. Yeah, that's debatable. But I don't think he's going to take the fight. He's only going to want that fight. No, this is my belief. Dude, he's not going to fight. He would not fight any of those guys at 168. He won't fight any of those guys at 168. Canelo is not a 168 pounder. That's the thing. Canelo Alvarez is not a 168 pounder. That's why I give Jermell Charlo a decent chance of winning the fight. Bud Jablonski said no buzz at all. It's embarrassing. Yeah, I mean, look, Canelo has really been limited by being over there on the zone. Eddie Hearn poured the water on that dude's career. He poured some money in his pocket, but water on his career. So there's really nothing. That's why I don't like what Eddie Hearn. Eddie Hearn is obviously a very, very good promoter. He's very good for UK boxing. I thought he was, I mean, it's just outside looking in. There may be people that know more that disagree, know that he was good for UK boxing. But for me, I don't think that he was good for American boxing at all. He basically just split it up. He's competing and just doing mediocre work that just gets in the way in the United States. But I do think, though, that I would like to see, even though I'm a big fan of Showtime boxing. I'm a very big fan of Showtime boxing. I would really like to see both Top Rank and PBC be able to take fights on both ESPN and Showtime. I think that would probably be the best scenario for boxing. Because the one thing that ESPN does and Top Rank does, they have a lot of fight cards. I don't know what the number of fight cards are, but that's one thing that I really do like about Top Rank is the number of fight cards they have. I just think that they could use as an American fight fan for a network that is an American network. You could use a lot more American fighters on that network. I would love to see like more dates for Gary Antoine Russell, more dates for guys like Richardson Hitchens, more dates for guys that on ESPN where those guys are in the contender status. Like you can move, like if you could move all of those ESPN prospects over there to Showbox and let them fight on Showbox, and then have the contenders, have a lot of the contenders on ESPN. But then you could have the big championship fights on Showtime and Showtime pay-per-view, like the real high-level championship fighters over there. I think that is a structure that could really work and can improve boxing a lot. Derek Choice, what's going on, brother? He said, I'm not that excited for this fight, but I have Canelo winning by stoppage in 10. Jermell is great, but inactivity will hurt him. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I don't think that that's unreasonable at all. Hold on one second, man. Thank you, brother. Yeah. I mean, look, dude. Hey, look, Canelo's a hell of a fighter, bro. Thank you, Derek, for your support, man. Really and truly, brother. Thank you for your support. Going back, Thomas Hill said, going back to the Crawford phenomenon, Bud absolutely was indeed the favorite going into the fight, just not like the way it played out. The aesthetics and optics is why people are off their axis. I mean, first of all, Terence Crawford deserves to be talked about very highly as a fighter. He really does. I don't think he deserves the all the cheating talk. I don't think. Richard Prado, thank you, brother. What's going on, man? And thank you for your support on the channel. Said, I saw an interview where Eddie Hearn was talking about offering Berlanga and Munguia to Canelo after his time at the PBC. So, yeah, they're going to try to give him fights that nobody wants to see. So that there's many people are not interested in, or fights that people are really not interested in. So he can have the fighter whose name is interesting to them. He's looking out for the best interest of the people that he should be looking out for the best interest of, and that's the best interest of DAZN and Mayweather Promotions. But dude, I just wish he would get away from American fighting. Hey, Canelo got that Barry Bonds head. Shoot, man, a bunch of those dudes do. I think Canelo has been too active. He looks like he's being broken down. Yeah, I was gonna say that, man. I was about to say that. Yeah, it could be a case of there's a case of somebody being too active. Yeah, the undercard is lit, man. Yeah, it is. But you know what? It's also, man, like there was so much buzz for these other fights, man. And so let's watch this shit though. If there's really no buzz for Canelo, Jermell, is there going to be a lot of buzz for Canelo Crawford? I don't know, man. I don't know. I really don't know. That's why these matchmakers do that stuff that matchmakers do, where they're quick to be like, let's grow these fighters as slow as we can and milk this mug out. Fahim Sator said, I'm so disappointed. I'm just so disappointed in how Bud squandered all attention and goodwill he got in his victory, focusing on wrong things. Yeah, he's pretty much a negative Nancy. Bud is definitely he's definitely a negative Nancy. He definitely is somebody where it's like, all right, man, dude, you got to stop being so negative all the time. But also, man, you know, he's a victim of his fans. I remember he tried to fight Makabu and Hearn said no. No, Makabu, not Tyler Hingleton. It wasn't Hearn that said no. It was Don King that said no. Don King said, man, Don King took the stance that what you eat don't make me ish with that fight. That's what he took. He took that stance. When you take that stance, the fight got shut off because I don't remember who Don King had. Don King had another cruiserweight. There was the mandatory for Makabu. And he said, we ain't stepping aside. He is buzzing negative Nancy. He is. Everything's bad. If you're not praising him, it's bad. And you can say, I don't care. If you are not literally jumping up and down for joy for Terence Crawford, you're a hater. If you doubt that he could jump to the moon, you're a hater. Tell me I'm lying. If you do not think that man literally can, if that man said, I can jump to the moon. What do you mean you can jump to the moon? I can bend my knees, jump up, and I'm going to land on the moon. If you say, I don't think you can do that. Oh, man, you just a hater, man. You just hating on me. You hating on me. No, I just don't think you can jump to the moon. What you want me to say? Oh, man, I don't think Terence Crawford can beat Deontay Wilder. Oh, man, you just a hater. No, I literally do not think you can beat him. I think he's going to hit you anywhere he wants and hurt you. I think you can hit him and not do anything to him. I think you're way too far away from him to land anything on him. And I think he's going to land a punch on you. And wherever he hits you, he's going to daze you. And he's just going to run at your head. And there's nothing you can do about it. You're just a hater. You guys are in the love me or hate me. You either love me or you hate me. And Bud is on this. You're either a groupie or you hate me. That's why I'm saying he's a negative Nancy. If shut up and fight was a person, if you have logical takes on Crawford, you're a hater. But here's something else too. You got a lot of bozo YouTube channels that think they're smart and they're not. Really and truly. Number one, you don't know when to admit you're wrong. Really. You are not even smart enough to know you're wrong. You know what I mean? Like, there's one thing to say, I believe that I am right. This is how I see it. This is how I see it. This is how I see it. But then for you to be wrong, you don't even know how to be wrong. You don't even know when you're wrong. You don't even know how to see when you're wrong. How can you value the intellect of somebody that does not even know, cannot figure out that they're wrong? You're not smart enough to know you're wrong. And a lot of you YouTube channels, you guys are you're not very bright. I don't want to say you're dumb. You're just not bright. You think you are because you're not dumb. You talk to everybody every day and people laugh at you and they laugh with you. You know what I mean? They ask for your opinion. People say, oh, that's good. I like that, man. It makes sense to me. Then you run into somebody that says, nah, not so much. Not so much. Hey, Richard Prado said, excited for the fight this weekend. It's going to be tough for Charlo, but rooting for 100. Lions only. Yes, sir. Thank you, Richard Prado. Thank you, brother. Appreciate you, man, for that support, bro, in the chat. It means a lot. It means significantly much around these times when ain't a lot of stuff popping off. Tyler says some people just want to be right for the hell, even when they know they can't refute any of your talking points when actual facts are laid out to support your opinion. Tyler Hingleton, I'm telling you, but I'm really starting to take people at their word. Look, I'm really starting to take people at their word. If you can't prove what they're saying wrong, they have a justification for it. You hate Bud. It's the hate. It's the hate. Where logic leaves, emotion enters, but it enters their justification. At the end of the day, you just hate them. Now let's talk about how much you hate them. I don't hate him. Kind of like the guy that came by and said you shouldn't have international in the channel name because all you talk about is certain weight classes and black fighters. Never for an instant entered his brain or her brain that international has nothing to do with the weight classes or the race that you think somebody belongs in. Derek Choice back in it. Big time, brother. Thank you so much. He said Bud deserves to receive the Presidential Medal of Freedom. Now Derek Choice is trolling. I appreciate that. I appreciate that, bro. Now I appreciate that. Thank you, man. Freaking Flyer said, Fanon, where's GGG at? Does he have a belt at 160? No, he doesn't have any belts. And he's waiting around for somebody to offer him a big payday. He's waiting for Bud to offer him a big payday. That's where he is. But no, he doesn't have a belt anymore. I think he's dropped them all. I'm pretty sure. Let me check. Let me check it. Let me check it. Let me check it. Man, this is fun today, man. Y'all are ride or dies, man. Thank y'all for being my ride or dies. Appreciate y'all that are here every day chopping it up with me about this boxing. Here, let me see. What's he, middleweight? No, Gennady has no belts. He's number 1 in the WBC, though. And he's number 4 in the WBO. He's unranked in the IBF and unranked in the WBA. Wonder if he's ranked at 168. And he's not, I don't see him at 168. I don't know, man. I think he's retired, man. He's pretty much retired, bro. I think he's pretty much retired, man. No, he doesn't have anything, man. He dropped the IBF. I think he dropped the IBF. No, Vincenzo Gualtieri is, or however you pronounce it. It's Jermell Charlo, Erislandy Lara, Vincenzo Gualtieri, the guy that Janibek is going to be fighting, and Janibek. Jermell, Erislandy Lara, Vincenzo, and Janibek are the champions at 160 pounds. Thank you, brother. I appreciate you, Derek Choice. Thank you, man. Thank you for your support, bro. Thank you for being a ride or die, bro. And even though, we don't agree on squat. Yeah, but it still works. I can't even get a troll today, man. I just want boxing to pick up. But these guys are on, you know how it goes. We're not going to get any more Showtime fights. We're not going to get any more Showtime fights. He never wanted to fight Lara at all. Who would have given him hell? Yeah, he probably would have lost to Lara. Lara's been sitting down on his punches more. I like Lara, but I think GGG's just retired, man. I think he's had some very big money. I think he's had some really big money fights, and I just don't think he wants to fight anymore. And Gennady Golovkin should probably retire and just do us a favor. What's going on, Rush?
Shalom, Martin. Shalom. Peace and blessings. Peace and blessings.
Peace and blessings to you, sir.
Man, I'm pretty excited about this week's match coming up right now between that whole Canelo Charlo card, man. I think that's.
Hey, I'll be right back. I'm listening to you.
Right.
Thank you, man.
Okay. Peace and blessings to the chat. This weekend, we was able to see Richardson Hitchison put on a display. Now, I'm looking at Richardson Hitchison. He reminds you of Shakur and Haney because both of them can pop. I mean, both of them, they have an exceptional boxing background, but they need to work on their killer instinct. And Richardson Hitchison, he put on a display, but he just didn't close the show out. And that's the same thing I say about why I keep clicking on it all. Is everything okay, Martin?
No, that's me. Oh, because I had a brain freeze. I was like, how do I take my picture off? And I was like, I don't see this thing. It stopped cam. And I'm just having a brain freeze. Like, dude, like, how did I not know that?
Oh, yeah, man.
Hey, ooh, that's what's up, Rise Podcast.
Yeah, but I had been saying a couple weeks ago, I said Tank has 3 people out there he could fight that'll do $1 billion buys. I said Teofimo Lopez. I said him and Ryan gonna end up doing a rematch after Ryan clear out a couple of them 140 pounders because Ryan's looking good in sparring. He's looking good right now to Derek James. But he need to go ahead and take down Teofimo because they got history. Tank abused him early, but Teo been talking junk. Plus, Teo said his next fight, he needs 8 figures. And Teo's biggest paycheck was the Cambosos. He hasn't really got a big payday like that. So Teofimo, he doesn't care what Bob Arum talking about. Teofimo will go against the grain to get that paycheck. Plus, he got Devin Haney and the Shakur Stevenson, which I don't think they're not as big as the Teofimo because it ain't got the opposite demographic. But those are the fights for him or a Frank Martin fight. But, it's been a great year for boxing. Like, boxing has excelled this year, people. Like, this week coming up, this is the best undercard I've seen in the last 20 to 30 years right here. Like, all 4 of these fights can be headlining fights. Even Elijah Garcia. I told people about Elijah Garcia last year when he was the underdog against one of the Samuel Lipkowitz fights, where he was getting beat and came back and stopped the guy in the 5th round. Like, that was an amazing fight right there. He was the underdog, came back at the stoppage. Now you got him right now. Fast forward, he's looking real good. Then we got former champion Yadaitis Ugas coming off a hellacious whooping, coming off his greatest win against Mario Barrios, who got stopped, then got beat, then gave a heck of a win. So both of these fighters right here are at the turn roads. See, I think Mario Barrios has gotten better because of the competition, because he's fought Tank Davis and he's fought Keith Thurman, and both of those fighters have sharpened his wits and sharpened his skills. Because after fighting Tank Davis, he was able to take Keith Thurman to the wire and hurt Keith Thurman, a natural welterweight. And then his last opponent, he obliterated. Yadaitis Ugas, he's always been a wily, crafty veteran who people avoided at the welterweight division. They didn't really want to fight Ugas. So this is going to be a brawler maker, because Ugas will stand right there and throw with him. And Barrios, they call him the El Azteca. So he's going to stand right there and throw it. They're going to go in, they're going to get it in. And then after that fight, we got my guy at 154. The king of 154 when Jermell Charlo beats Canelo this night is Jesus Ramos. Jesus Ramos is going against Erickson Lubin. I say this is Erickson Lubin about to move to 160 after this fight, where it's easier champions to beat. And this is Jesus Ramos, who's called out Tim Tszyu. And Tim Tszyu went ahead and fought Ocampo because he wasn't trying to see Ramos. Ramos, who destroyed Joey Spencer, who also beat Brian Mendoza, had him going from pillar to post. Jesus Ramos is I would like to see him versus Zendazaya, but they say Zendazaya's not ready yet. But Jesus Ramos, he's a true contender, and it's going to be a great fight. Erickson Lubin, he's a hell of a dog, but I think they showed him to do it 154, because this is not Fundora. This is Fundora times 10. And then we got the main event. We got Canelo Alvarez versus Jermell Charlo. Like, this is a fight that's been in the making for 10 plus years, man. Like, this is a great card. And I just can't wait. And we are just blessed as boxing fans this year, because this year, PBC and Showtime have been hitting us with the nonstop, action-packed, get-it-back cards, man. And I'm just ready for this week to get through. I want to see the last meeting work out. But I got Charlo with a late round stoppage. People say Canelo ain't never been stopped. Canelo ain't never took a vicious body attack either. He's never been destroyed to the body. Like I tell everybody, the last 5 fights, Canelo has gassed out in the second half of the fights. And we know Jermell Charlo, he comes to run down. He'll run a dog tired. You try to chase him with a dog, he had a dog with the tongue hanging out. And Jermell Charlo, he going to kick it in while Canelo takes a break. Jermell Charlo doesn't take breaks. And everybody talking about, Castaño's faster than Canelo. Castaño throw punches, and Castaño got leg movement. Canelo doesn't have that leg movement. Canelo has a stiff upper body now, and Canelo throws 2 or 3 punches, maybe 2, and he has 3 different shots that he throws. Canelo, he's tired. He's made his money. He's trying to get his PBC retirement check like everybody else does in life. They go to PBC to get their retirement check. And guess what? Charlo has a chance to win over $100 million if he wins this fight, because he wins this, then he gets a rematch. So, yeah, it's over for Canelo. Great fight this weekend, and I'm going to give my predictions later on. Peace and blessings. And Martin, I'll be on that too. If you want to grace my show today, I'll be on that too, big dog. Well, peace and blessings to each and everybody. Plus, you need to come on there so I can rich you up. But peace and blessings to everybody, man. And I'll talk to you later, big dog.
All right, brother. Get back with you, man. Peace. Oh, wow. We got a special guest here for Boxing's Back. How can I help you here for boxing?
I heard you was looking for me.
No, I wasn't.
That's what they told me. Somebody messaged me and said he talking about you this morning.
Somebody lying.
You ain't saying nothing about me this morning?
I wasn't looking for you. No,
you said my name. I heard you was looking for me.
Watch this. Let me see. Barack Obama can kiss my ass. Don't mean I'm looking for him.
I heard you was looking for me.
How many times you gonna ask me the same question?
That's what I heard. I heard my name was a topic of conversation.
No. How many times you gonna say the same thing? I'm not looking for you.
My name was spoke up. You spoke of the devil, and he knocking at your door.
I am not looking for you.
You keep knocking on the devil's door, he's gonna answer.
Do you have something to say?
I'll call
you got something you want to talk about, or you just gonna keep trying to tell me I hear you looking for me? I hear you looking for me.
How was your weekend, brother?
My weekend was fine, man. Can't complain.
That's good. I like to hear that. Who you got this weekend, Canelo or Charlo?
I don't know.
Damn, dog, it's boxing.
Right. And I said I don't know.
Who do you want to win?
I don't know.
Who do you think is going to win?
I don't know.
Oh my God. I'm never coming back. You don't deserve me.
What? You right, I don't deserve you.
You don't deserve me.
Just like I don't deserve poison ivy.
I don't want
access to. Let me tell you what I'm not going to do. Dog, I'm not walking down no rabbit holes with you, dog, because you're not an honest person.
All I want to do is talk boxing this weekend.
No, what you want to do is argue with me, is what you want to do.
Oh my God. I asked you who won the fight. That's crazy.
You didn't ask me who won the fight.
I asked you who you think will win the fight. You won't even tell me.
I don't know. I don't.
You give an analysis on every other fight, but when I ask a question, I can't get an answer.
I tell people all the time I don't know who's going to win fights. If I don't know, I don't know. What? I don't know.
Do you have a preferred fighter that week for this weekend?
Not really. It'd be nice if Jermell Charlo won. That would be fun.
Nice.
But I like Canelo too.
Okay. I was just wondering. I just like to get your expert analysis on these things.
Mm-hmm. I don't think you think that's expert analysis. I think you're being sarcastic, but that's okay.
I'm gonna tell you what I do think. I do think you know boxing. I just think that sometimes you go a little left. I do think you know the sport.
I go what?
A little left.
A left of what?
I do think you're knowledgeable about this, but I think you know the history of boxing. I think that's a compliment to you. I think you know the history of it. But I think on current events, you're a little biased, but it's okay.
Okay, so where am I biased exactly?
I'm not doing this today.
Yeah, because you're not going to be able to do it.
Because you're gonna mute me.
No.
I'm just saying, don't knock at the devil door and then look crazy when he answers.
Devil, you're the clown. You're bozo.
I'm the devil.
What are you talking about? You don't do. Those are not horns. That's yellow afro puffs. That's a yellow. Hey, dude, that's not a horn. That's a red nose with a fucking. That's a red nose that you got on. What are you talking about? The devil? You ain't no devil.
Hey man, look, I hope you have a great week, man. I hope we get a good week of boxing, man.
Hey man,
seriously, peace and blessings to your family, man. To the chat, man. Tell your chat I'm not poor. I'm in Florida right now, about to go to the Eagles game, man. Stop playing with me.
Yeah, okay.
Been eating 10-star steak dinners all weekend. Stop playing with me, man.
Enjoy your steaks.
I appreciate it.
But don't twist yourself up for no devil, brother. You what you call
just don't knock on the devil's door because he might answer,
bro. Dude, you are not the devil. There's nothing devilish about you.
Devil's door.
What you are is exactly what you got a picture of right there. Is that
that's Earl St. Clair, baby.
That picture, that's Earl St. Clair. The what? Is that looks like either a troll or it's either a troll. It looked like a troll to me. But it could be, I guess, an alligator or something.
I got a question. One more question about boxing. I want to bet some money this weekend on Canelo Charlo. Where's the safe money? Who do you think safe money is?
Where's the safe money?
Yeah, where's the best opportunity to win?
The easiest way to win is this. Don't bet any money. Get a YouTube channel and call the fight. And then people may super chat you or cash app you, and you will actually make money watching the fight. Or you can listen to it on your ears and you can go to work. That's the safest way to make money during the fight.
Not on boxing, man.
Oh, it is absolutely positively. With boxing, that's the safest way to make money on a fight is to not gamble and go to work.
Okay.
Or you can also do this. If it's a pay-per-view, you can throw a fight party and see if you can pull more people in to pay you $5 than the cost of the pay-per-view. Do BYOB. That'll work too.
I ain't mad at that, but I'm saying if I want to bet on the fight and I want to pick a winner, I just want to know who I should pick.
You already know who you should pick, You're not dumb.
I don't know.
You sure?
I don't know.
You sure you're not just trying to be cute and trying to get me to answer a question that I didn't want to answer before? Because it sounds like you're trying to get cute.
No, I'm asking. Yo, I can't even answer.
Sure, because I could have sworn
like,
if I answered that question.
You like the Derrick James camp, so you won't even answer my question.
If I answer that question, then that would be like me asking the same question that I said I wasn't going to answer before. So I think you're smart. That's what I think. I see you as somebody that is manipulative. You'll yell when you need to yell. You'll be nice when you need to be nice. You'll ask a question one way, then you'll rephrase it another way. But it's all going to get back around to you trying to call me biased.
Yo, that's crazy. It sounds like you just described yourself. That's crazy.
No.
Hey, yo, you know yourself.
Hey, yo. And since when did you start speaking like that?
I always talk like that.
You see your wife not around, your daughter not around.
Yo, this is
what
crazy.
What got you talking about, yo, man, word? You know, what turned you into street Negro all of a sudden?
Crazy.
No, I'm not, dog.
Hey, yo, that make me a street Negro?
I mean, I don't know. That's usually what middle class people sound like when they're trying to imitate
right now. That's crazy.
Hey, yo, you been smoking?
That's crazy. Yeah, I smoked crack. When we got off the live last, we got smoked some crack.
You've been drinking? You on vacation?
I'm on vacation.
You've been drinking?
A little bit. Yeah, I was fried.
There you go. You're drinking.
Man, listen.
Okay, I knew it was something.
No, I'm not drinking.
Something got you might lose.
I had water and Twizzlers this morning.
You sure?
Why are you insulting me, man?
I'm not. It's a question. That's not insulting you. It's a
fair
question.
Enough. Fair enough.
Now I know this. I enjoy this. I enjoy this. I'm gonna answer questions that I feel like answering.
Okay.
And you can ask it in 15, 20 different ways, and it's still gonna come around to the same thing you're always trying to do. You're out here trying to find a way to get to call me biased. That is the core of every conversation that you have, is that you're trying to, instead of having an intellectual conversation, which you will lose, you're going to try to get it around to somehow my personal feelings being involved. Like, who do you got winning?
You know how I know I got you last week? I really was cooking you because you muted me and blocked me on every platform.
Watch this. You're getting mute, and I just put your ass in the back. No, it doesn't. I just wanted to tell you, bro, look, seriously, man, I don't know I know who you're probably dealing with on a regular basis. I don't know, kids and people that argue like you argue. I'm not going to do it. I know full well why you asked me that question. You asked me that question, so if I say I think Jermell can win, well, why not? Why? That's crazy. He's never even been in the weight class before.
I actually think Jermell has a chance to win.
You think, yeah, okay. You think he's got a chance?
I think he has a chance. I think he has a
chance.
I think he has a punch that says that he's.
Well, I like Derrick James' camp. That's the only reason I'm saying it.
No,
you accidentally. That's why I asked if you've been sipping.
No,
you let your argument slip out earlier. Even when you said, "Well, I know you really like the Derrick James."
With Frank Martin and Shakur, you made sure not to speak too much on it because you don't want to throw Frank Martin and them under the bus.
What are you talking about? I spoke on it in depth.
But you were very defensive of Frank Martin.
About what? How was I defensive of Frank Martin?
You didn't want to say too much because you wanted to wait for
what?
Frank Martin off the hook.
About what?
About him
you
not taking
me about
fight.
What?
About him ducking Shakur.
No, I didn't. I said exactly what Frank Martin wound up saying.
Man, Frank Martin ducked.
I don't care what you think. I'm telling you what Frank Martin said.
I think he ducked.
And obviously you do.
Said last week. You also said
you're a hater. You hate him.
Last week
you're an Errol Spence hater. We've already established that. You're an Errol Spence hater. That is an Errol Spence Jr. fighter. So it doesn't matter what happened. He ducked. I told you exactly what happened.
Frank Martin is easy work for Shakur.
I told you exactly what happened.
But you didn't say that they pulled him out of the fight because they didn't want to feed one of their fighters to a top rank.
I told you exactly why. I tell you what I said. You don't even know what I said.
Can I say what I heard you say or no?
Sure. Tell me what I said.
Can I say it uninterrupted?
It depends on if you act an asshole or not, or you go too long. I'm going to do what I want to do. I already told you.
You doing that? I'm taking my ball and going home shit.
No, I'm going to throw you off my court. My court don't move. This is my court.
All right, listen.
This is my ball. These are my rims.
My ball.
Watch this. Let me be very clear. This is a platform. The ball is not the platform. The platform is the court.
For now, we more alike than you ever know.
I'm going to put you on mute so I tell you where we are. We're on my court. These are my rims. It's my ball. It's my airtime. It's my city. I own the whole damn thing. I own it all.
All right, it's your court, it's your ball, it's your city. But
Thank you very much. So let me
best player
tell
on
you
it.
this once again. I'll do whatever I want to do.
I'm the best player on your court.
Whatever. So what are you gonna say?
I was going to say to you, because I be losing my train of thought when you start doing that.
I know you're not very bright.
No,
I got it. Let me help you. Let me remind you.
All right,
what you were about to do was you were about to tell me what I thought, what I said about. I can tell you exactly what you were going to tell me what I said about Frank Martin and Shakur Stevenson.
Can I finish?
That's what you were going to say.
Can I finish? Can I finish?
Finish what?
What I was saying.
You ain't said nothing.
You won't let me. Look at you.
Let me answer the question. I don't know if you can finish. It depends on what you say. You can start talking. I don't know whether you can finish.
Can I finish?
You can start.
It's not a conversation.
You can start.
All right, man. Can I say something?
You can start.
All right, can I start, please? All right,
start.
As I was before you interrupted me.
Start.
You said that you didn't think that it was. You said that you were speaking what you thought PBC was thinking, that it didn't make sense for them to put Frank Martin in there with Shakur, a fighter they knew they couldn't beat, and it would damage his value. And you said we're not going to send our top guy to fight a guy that we know he can't beat.
No, I didn't say that.
Yes, you did. You was a wild boy, man.
I didn't.
Yo, this is crazy.
I did not. Do you know what I said?
What did you say?
No, that's not what I said. I didn't say I think that. I said that's what they could think. If you, once again, dude, you got a son. Okay, I'm gonna call you son because you need to listen to what people actually say. If somebody asks me the question, why do you think the PBC might not want to make a fight? Then I have to put myself in the mindset of them and come up with potential reasons for why they may not want to do it.
Right.
That is not what I think. That's me telling you what they may think.
So you're thinking. Do you contemplate the difference between the two? I can, but I know what's going on here.
So the answer to that is yes.
It was just
contemplated. Now I will tell you what I said I think. Because I gave a long talk about what I think happened.
Right.
And that's not what I said that I think happened.
You said that's what you think PBC might be thinking.
Do you want to know what I think? Me?
Besides me being an asshole, yes.
Dog.
You know what I saw last week I didn't like too? I didn't like that dude jumped in your live and insulted you and hung up real fast. That was cool. I didn't like that. That was cool.
Dog, you're bringing it up. You're just trying to bring up me getting insulted.
No, I was saying because I heard that.
Stop it. No, I'm going to answer my question. Stop it. Okay? You're not going to do that cornball shit. I'm not giving you any air, man. I'm telling you.
Because I said that.
Because I'm not going to give you any air because you think you're smart. So I'm going to literally chop you off everywhere you think you're going to go.
You know I'm smart.
No, I don't.
Come on, man. I'm one of your favorite people, man. Stop playing.
No, you're not.
You're one of my favorite YouTubers for sure. That's why
I do not. And if I was, I don't care.
You are. I'm telling you.
That's your business.
When I heard you talking about was elated. I woke up.
You just want to talk. But so we're gonna get back to this. We're gonna get back to this point, or I'm gonna mute you.
I'm about to go, man. I got stuff to do.
You sure? Because you just said something that I said was my opinion and it wasn't.
Football in Tampa Bay, man. I'm ready. I gotta start getting ready.
So you don't want it. So you just spoke and said something was my opinion and it wasn't.
It was your opinion. You gave an opinion on half of PBC.
No, it's not my opinion. That's not my opinion. I have a very specific opinion about what I think happened. Very specific opinion.
All right, what's your opinion?
And it was confirmed by Frank Martin 2 days ago. I said it a week ago. What I think happened was this. I think Frank Martin, most likely, is used to taking whatever. Hold on 1 second. You're on pause because Coach Ari said Cash App. So let me hit this Cash App and then I will explain it to you. Cash App said Devin Haney. Ah, thank you, sister. Devin Haney. And Coach Ari said, I'm the favorite. Yeah, and she's a lot smarter than you too, by the way.
She's better looking too. I saw her this morning. She's better looking.
Yeah, definitely that.
Yeah, for sure.
Now,
she got me beat.
Here we go. This is what I said I think happened. That more than likely what happened was, because this was the first big fight that Frank Martin had, the biggest fight that he had, that there was probably a communication issue between him, Man Down Promotions, and Tom Brown and TGB. And that they probably accepted a certain amount of money because they sat down and negotiated a deal with Bob Arum, and TGB and Man Down Promotions thought it was a fair deal. But then when they took it to Frank Martin said, no, I don't think this is a fair deal. I would like more money. However, why would that happen? There's something called a standard operating procedure in business. It's the way that you go about doing business. That's why I said I think it was important that this was the first time Frank Martin had negotiated for a big fight. More than likely when he was making $75,000 for a fight, or he was making $100,000 for a fight, or whatever it is, because it was somewhere around that range, right? Somewhere around that range.
Can I ask you a question? Was he?
No, I can complete my sentence.
Question.
No questions. I'm completing my
You
thought.
do it to me all the time, yo. This is crazy.
No, I'm not, but again, once again, my court. So I'm going to complete my thought.
All I'm gonna do is ask
because not everything can, not every opinion can be stated in 3 sentences. Standard operating procedure.
Okay.
So what I believe took place was that Frank Martin was used to, and Man Down was used to, just accepting and negotiating whatever deal for Frank, so that he could get on. And Frank, whenever they would ask Frank, do you want to fight this guy? Frank says, yes, go ahead and negotiate the deal. I want to fight him. So they go there and they go and negotiate a deal. They come back and tell Frank Martin what the price is, what they agreed to, and what the date of the fight and everything is. And they ask Frank to sign it. Because that's how they usually do business.
Right.
This time, however, I suspected it was different, because when he came back, when they went to Frank, Frank said, no, that's not enough money. I don't think that that's a fair amount for the fight.
Okay.
So why would he do that? Because he is not used to telling them this, saying this to them. Hey, yes, I want that fight, but this is the amount of money that I need for that fight.
So they negotiated $1 million for him, right?
Because he had never been in, not just the money, he had never been in that position before.
But they negotiated $1 million for him, right?
They negotiated. It doesn't matter the amount.
I'm just asking you a question.
I'm telling you, I'm not going to answer.
Said it doesn't matter. I'm only asking you.
I'm not answering any questions that are rhetorical.
It's not rhetorical. I'm asking.
It is. You're not confused about how much money they offered him.
I didn't say you were confused. I'm asking you to.
I'm saying you're not confused.
No,
I'm not answering a rhetorical question.
The person
not.
How much was the
not answering a rhetorical question. That is a matter of the record that has already been established. We know exactly how much it was. We know it was $1 million.
Okay, so that was Frank Martin.
What you are doing is you are asking a rhetorical question to cut in and change the topic.
That's the same topic.
I am going to tell you what I'm going to tell you. My belief is this, so you're not confused. And this was backed up by Frank, who on an interview with Boxiana and Nick J said the exact same thing. He said, I told them to accept the fight that I wanted the fight, and they went and negotiated the fight. And then when I saw the money, then I was like, oh, that's not the money that I wanted. I will barely get X amount of money after I pay all of this. This is more important. This is not, I deserve more money. But guess what they told him? They were not going to, that we already talked to Top Rank. And Top Rank said if it goes to purse bid, you're not going to get $1 million in a purse bid, which is another long explanation that I gave about why it wouldn't go to purse bid and why TGB would have thought that $1 million was fair, even though it was a 64, even though the purse split said 60-40 split. That's my opinion.
Okay. One of the things I hear you talk about often is fair market value. Right? That's one of your talking points when you talk about negotiations and boxing contracts. You talk about fair market value. That was the biggest negotiated payday of Frank's career, and that's what Errol and Tom Brown thought that his fair market value was, $1 million, which was a fair number. Frank Martin simply outpriced himself so he didn't have to take the fight. Call it what it is.
No, you don't know that.
Neither do you. But you said
Oh, excuse me.
You said
once again, you're doing that cornball shit again. I could say I don't know if Frank Martin just thinks that he would have knocked him out in 5 rounds and he wants more money for it to be spectacular.
Frank Martin's last fight against that guy.
You're trying to take this conversation to a bunch of based on I'm telling you what I thought.
Performance, $1 million
could be the reason that that could have taken place.
Nah, they was
your question about your shit about fair market value is to my point that the people that are familiar with what the fair market value is talked to Bob Arum and got it, because the fair market value is what the person is willing to pay.
Yo, real quick, tell Ray Davis to stop dick riding. Jesus
man,
Christ.
You
stop dick riding, man.
How about I tell you to not say those words?
I'm sorry. I apologize.
Dog.
My bad. I apologize. Your man in the comment, meat riding.
Man, first of all, dog, you're just out here getting fried, bro. People are going to say when you're out here getting fried.
There's nothing to get fried. You don't let people talk.
Yes, there is. I've let you talk a lot.
No, you didn't.
No, I didn't.
I tried to make a point. I tried to make a point that this was his biggest payday of his career, by far his biggest payday, and he turned it down because he thought he was worth more. But his last performance, he looked like crap. How are you entitled to any more?
You are telling me how much you think he's worth.
Do you think he was offered a fair deal?
You are talking about how much you think he's worth.
I want to ask you, do you think Frank Martin was offered?
I'm going to tell you right now, I don't have an opinion. I'm talking about what you think. Here for boxing. You are talking about, this is your biggest weakness in these whack-ass arguments you make. You constantly try to push off your opinion as a fact.
Now I try to ask you a question and you don't like
I'm telling you that you, through your questions, throw in there your opinion that you try to represent as a fact.
Right.
You do not know what his fair market value is. That's your opinion.
Well, you give your fair market value on what Terence Crawford is when it comes to Canelo.
I've already told you what your fair market, market value is.
When it comes to fighters that you don't particularly care for, you can
tell me fair market value. Talk about fighters that I don't care for.
What Frank Martin's fair market value is, you won't say.
Once again, you suck at this. Now you're going to tell me about fighters that I don't care for.
You don't want.
What fighters that I don't care for? You can't read my mind.
I'll ask you a question. I can read your words, and I can.
You cannot read my mind and say that I don't care for fighters that I never said I don't care for. You once again are definitely going to get muted. You always pushing your subjective nonsense out here.
I'm trolling them. I'm fucking with them.
You're biased, is what you are.
No, I'm not.
You're biased. You are a pot calling a kettle black. You're biased. You keep putting your opinions about what are facts and what are not facts on other people.
This morning that you drank.
You just said, you cannot read Frank Martin's mind. You have no ability to do that.
You can't read Terence Crawford, but you try to do it every day.
You just threw in the middle of a sentence, at the end of a sentence, that he turned on a fight because he doesn't think he can win. There's literally no connection between him asking for more money, like he didn't really want the money.
There is a connection there.
So
if I'm going to go in there,
how do you know?
If I'm going to go in there,
how do you
go in there and lose to a guy that I know I can't beat?
How do you know? How do you know that he thinks he's going to lose?
Because I've seen Frank Martin fight and I've seen Shakur fight. Frank Martin loses 10 times out of 10. If they fight 10 times,
that's why you think he's going to lose.
Shakur wins.
Not why he thinks it. My question is, why does he think he's going to lose? Not why do you think it?
But I asked you a question and you didn't want.
Again, how do you know he thinks that? Not you, him. How do you know that he thinks that?
Stop yelling, bro. I'm trying to talk. You want to let me talk. You either yell or you mute me.
How do you know that he thinks that?
Because I know Frank Martin saw Shakur fight, and I know Shakur will spank Frank Martin. But I asked you a question.
Oh, you know that Shakur will spark Frank Martin. That's what you think you know. Again, why does Frank think that? How do you, not why may he think that? Why do you think he should think that? How do you know what he thinks?
Okay, I don't know what he thinks. Now let me.
There you go. So take that and throw it out. You don't know.
Can you answer my question? As an expert contract negotiator that you are, do you think Frank Martin was offered fair market value based on services rendered in the past?
I don't even know if that's the standard.
Do you think the number he was offered, because everybody has a price,
that's the standard?
Do you should Frank Martin make anything just based on past performance and his resume and everything else and what he brings to the table? Frank Martin brings nothing to the table. So I'm asking you.
I don't. First of all, I don't
never care when I ask you a question. This is what I'm talking about.
Because you're trying to change the subject.
No,
man.
I'm asking you about Frank Martin.
It's a bunch of red herrings. You do the same shit every time. Now you want to start a discussion about whether you think the offer was fair or not. That's not the point. Terence, the fact of the matter is, I know. I'm going to tell you who thinks the offer was fair. Tom Brown thought the offer was fair. Errol Spence Jr.'s man down thought the offer was fair. They thought the offer was fair. Frank didn't.
Man, you ain't letting me.
Cannot
talk, man.
You cannot tell me that you know why he wanted more money, because you can't read his mind.
If Tom Brown and Errol Spence negotiated a deal for him and they thought that was fair market value based on past performance and everything like that, it's a fair deal. And you know it is. $1 million is a great offer for him. It's like 10 times more than he made in his career.
And again, that does not explain why he turned the fight down, because he thinks he could have wanted more money.
He's not entitled to more money.
How do you know? What do you mean he's not entitled to more
money?
You
said the same thing about Terence Crawford and Errol Spence. You said that Terence Crawford wasn't entitled to certain things.
You just lie a lot.
No, you said that. Yo, this is what we talking. You making me mad.
No, I don't care. You lie a lot.
You are insane.
You lie a lot. You just said up here in the beginning of this conversation and told me, let me tell you a lie you said to begin with. First of all, you lied and you said you knew what my opinion was about Shakur Stevenson, why he took it. You said I was lying about that. That was a lie. You didn't know. Number two, you said, and I finally got you admitted that you don't know. You don't know.
I said it to move on.
What Frank Martin thinks.
I said it to move on.
That's lie number two. Now you're on lie number. Now you're on lie number three. Now you're on lie number three.
Yo, you're a wild boy, man. I gotta go, man.
Yeah, I know you gotta go.
No, I got stuff to do.
Devil,
you're making me mad, dog. You're making me mad, dog.
I don't want to tell you to go to hell, Devil. But I think
I'm the devil. Listen, when you hear this noise, I'm answering every time. Say my name 3 times. I pop like candy, man.
Did nobody call for you?
I heard, dog.
Watch this.
Yo, boy, asking for you.
People talking bad about you ain't calling for you.
Man, listen, you say my name, I show up. Candyman,
dog.
Go
seriously.
Bathroom, turn off the light. Say here for boxing.
Now you're trying to be cute.
Watch me show up.
So now it's time to be cute.
Yeah, you know.
Now you want to use a bunch. Now, what do you call those things, man? What do you call it when you do that? Now you want to give me a big soliloquy on your what the fuck is this? A rap song or some shit?
Yeah,
like now you Candyman. You trying to give me your rap alias or something, bro? Stop all that cornball shit. You cannot argue your way out of a brown paper bag. You're biased as they come. You act like you can read people's minds and you can't. You try to change the subject. You try to change the subject
for years
and get all the way. You try to walk people all the way around a block to somebody. You're as obvious, dude. Seriously, man, you are obvious in what you're trying to do, and you're never gonna get it over on me, bro.
That's because you mute me when I ask you.
Let me be very clear. The first time I ever talked to you, the first time that you tweeted me, you sit there and talked about how you was going to fry me on my channel.
Easy work, but you
started off. This is some long ass easy work. That's some long ass easy work.
My point, you mute me and you refuse to answer. This is what you do when you don't want to answer a question. You're insulting me. You're insulting me. You don't like.
Oh, I just said you're distracting. Go ahead and ask me a question. Ask me a question.
You don't want your words used against you.
Ask me a question.
Was Frank Martin offered fair market value?
I don't know.
Bye, nigga. See you later, nigga.
Now I'm a nigga all of a sudden. I don't know. Dumbass. Dumbass. Dog, y'all, dog, you a dummy. Hey, come here. Hey, Candyman. Candyman. Answer this question. I don't know. Hey, Tyler Hinton said, hey, my bad. Hey, man, I don't care about no fair market value, man. You're not getting me on that conversation. How do I know? I don't know. That's a legitimate answer, bro. Hold on 1 second, man. Let me go to PayPal, man. I'm sorry, man. Thank you, Richard Paris. Man, you so easy money here for boxing. You're such easy money. Oh, man, you don't know? Yes, you do know. No, I do not know. You're going to tell me what I know and what I don't know now? Man, you so easy, dog. Hey, Richard Paris, thank you, brother. Said for the coffee. Thank you. I'm on tea today. Richard Paris, thank you, brother. He been drinking. He was drinking, bro. He's in Florida. That's East Coast time. It's past noon. He was drinking. He was drinking is what he was. You could tell how kind of loose he was. Look, man, at the end of the day, that's what I thought. Hey, why do you hate Bud? Do you see how they answer them, how they do that to you? They be like, well, they say, oh, well, you know, because of the fight that took place, that's why he knows that. No, he does not know. What the hell are you talking about? How do you know? You don't know that he knows anything. You can't read that man's mind. That's just what you think, and you can't back that up. You're just trying to find a way to label the guy, and you're just trying to label him a coward. Just like you're trying to find a way to label me a hater. And you suck at it, dog. Fanon, you won't like me when I'm angry, man. Yeah, I'm the Hulk. Like, talking about. Hey, man, but look, I'm gonna get out of here at this point in time, man. That was fun. Thank you here for a whooping. Here, you won't ever let me talk. Yeah, well, that's part of whooping you, dog. Hey, man, you whooping me in a boxing match. Dog, I'm telling you, I didn't mute. Hey, man, if you got a point, I'll get one. He went Hulk on OG. Man, that dude was funny. For now, he be itching, try to come to me to deflect, soft battle, and worse. Oh, my God. Oh, man, trying to tell you they try to get me to monetize what they try to do. They just throw that cuss word right at the end, bro. They throw that cuss word right at the end of that. But it is what it is, bro. It is what it is. It is what it is. You know what I mean? But look, man, I'm going to get up out of here now. That was a lot of fun. Y'all have a wonderful day. We'll be back tomorrow. And with that, I'm out. That nigga weak, dog. Bro, hey, here for boxing, bro. Hey, they was telling me you was saying my name. Dog, for real, don't come back when they get you that week. Fanon, hey, what's going on, Deborah Booker? He said, I just want to let you know I was in the chat, hoping everything is well with you, and God bless your family. Deborah Booker in the building. Thank you, Deborah Booker. Much love. I hope you're doing well, and I'm so happy that you're here today. Anyway, Boots might fight Pac-Man? Hell no. Manny Pacquiao said he's going to the Olympics. Manny Pacquiao is trying to get an Olympic gold medal. Anyway, with that, I'm out. Let me check this, make sure we didn't get any last minute of that blessing. Hold on 1 second, because I do sometimes go too quick. I didn't go too quick today. Thank y'all so much for your support. And with that, I'm out. Deuces. And thank you again, Deborah Booker. Thank you so much.